Hey. I was getting it in for the morning time. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing, man? I just finished making that mix. So it's literally hot off the skillet, man. So I didn't sleep last night. I just woke up and Vitaly was right there. Thank you, Vitaly. Shout out to Vitaly, man, for helping me. We had to throw that up a different kind of way. Flyboy Way's in the building. All right, y'all. Flyboy Way is like the backbone of these ACA Awards, what we're gonna be talking about and showing, man. Flyboy Way came up with the name, the Amazing Creator Awards. I had something goofy like the Zoomy Awards or the YouTube Awards or something. And Flyboy came up with that name, man. You know, with his Jersey accent. I like the way he say Miami. He said, "What about the Amazing Creator Awards?" So I can't do the accent, man. I'm gonna learn your accent, Flyboy. But he came up with that, man, and I just went with it and ran with it, man. So we're gonna talk about that today, man. We're not gonna be on for those 6 hours, man. We're not doing that today. I promise y'all that we are not doing that today. Flyboy Way, Gail, can you drop the link if Flyboy Way wants to come up and talk about the ACA Awards with me? That would be awesome. Once again, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm giving you guys ground floor. Like I saw somebody sent the cash up for a banner. For my early people, we doing a Clifton King the fourth already. He the first one with a banner, I think. So we're gonna have his banner. Clifton, make sure you send your banner, bro. Make sure you make sure I got something from Gail on that. Yeah, we can tell you on the stage because it's daytime. Gail said we can tell you in the States because it's daytime. Yeah, Gail, you're right, man. The cat's out the bag. I'm in Cali, but I told you on the other episode I'm going to Cali. You know, I be moving around, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm stateside now. So Gail and Knight and Courtney, Michelle, y'all better be careful. Man, did y'all see last week's stream, man? It turned into something else, man. It got clipped and clipped and clipped. I was like, man, you know what I mean? Chantel came in sniping. She had her thing ready to roll. Like, I was like, whoa, you know what I mean? It was a really, really good stream, man. I mean, you know, like I tell Courtney, man, I'm Team Courtney all day, man. That's my girl. But I told her, I said, you trying to put out a fire with a bucket of water in a burning house. It's like, you know, this passport movement is real, and people are moving around and doing their thing, and not really trying to be club, you know, hold it together. But the beautiful thing about that is that, you know what I mean, because everybody can't leave, everybody don't have a passport, everybody don't like to fly, so people are gonna have to stay back. So she's kind of like in that lane, you know what I mean, and I'm not mad at her for it. You know what I mean, she's in the I have a dream, you know what I mean. I'm not mad at her. Somebody got to have a dream, you know what I mean. I had a dream, and my dream was to get out the matrix. You dig? So anyway, man, I'm gonna be letting y'all come. I'm gonna keep up with this comment section. Let me see who we got. I try to get y'all comments while I'm in there. I got to get to that super chat too, and I missed the super chat last week. Gail told me I got to get back to your super chat. Who was that? Gail, do you remember who that was? I got to get him because I did not mean to not read his super chat. Grizzle Ryder says, "Can Jermaine Dupri really claim money in a thing?" Hey, y'all don't know, man. Go, y'all follow Grizzle Ryder. That nigga is hilarious. That dude is funny as shit. Where is it at? Where I got to get to my super chat, man. I only got one. Man, I worked all night working these mixes for y'all to keep it fresh and fun. Get your Saturday started, and then y'all hit your boy off with the let me see, where is it at? There it is. Pathfinder, Eating on Earth, $4.99 super chat. No comment, no question, just the pure love of the game. I think I got it now, Gail. Is that it? Is that how I go, Gail? No comment, no question, just the pure love of the game. Let me see. Grizzle Rider say pass the collection plate. Yeah, man, y'all support your boy, man. I was up till 4 a.m. last night trying to finish that thing and get this next episode out. Y'all know I'll be behind with my episode, so I got the new episode ready to come out. Michael Coleman says Shorty in the bathtub was fire. Yeah, that's Anj, man. Anj is like, that's my go-to. That's my she's my go-to. Let me see. I'm gonna take this off the stream now. Remove from studio. Okay, so now Richie Mack, next level ish. Yeah, man. Who was that asked for the Michael Jackson? So I said, all right, you want Michael Jackson? I'm about to show you Michael Jackson. I'm about to break out the cartoon. I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. So if somebody says something to me about Michael Jackson, I'm gonna go all the way in. I'm gonna go all the way in. Michael Hill said we need to bring Soul Train back in the States. Look how everybody was in shape. Fucking Jim, bring back Soul Train. Everybody would be in shape. Yeah, Soul Train was fun, man. But it was a. I get it now, man. Now I see what it means like to be older, because it's like younger people can't even relate to something like Soul Train, like where there was actually interaction with people, dancing with a girl. Not everybody on their cell phones. Like they didn't even really have. I don't think they had They had cell phones, but we had the big ass brick Motorola chipped up phone where you had to you buy it for like $1,000 and then you get unlimited calls until the phone burnt out. That's how it was back in the day. Like we had to like having a phone was the shit. You know what I mean? Now it's just normal, but people use that more than anything. Yeah, man. Let me see what's going on. Stateside. Yeah, man. For now. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I also got Big Baz. I'm in the building today, man. It's about time, Baz. Where you been, man? Baz is like my right hand. I don't really get to hear from Kibo. I don't talk to Kibo as much as I talk to Baz. And I ain't talked to Baz in a while either, man. Baz been on his grind, getting this thing ready. Baz is making big moves, man. He's on damn near everybody's channel now. Baz is like the most anticipated. You dig? I'll bring you up too later on, Baz. I'm gonna try to read through these comments so we can keep this thing pushing. Appreciate everything you're doing with you, Mac. Thank you, Point Blank. Appreciate you, brother. As you can see, your boy, I ain't even. Yeah, I'm just out here today. I'm just out here floating, man. This what your boy look like waking straight up out the sleep. So Flyboy, well, if you there, hit me up. Later on, I'm gonna let other people cam up. Right now, that's for Flyboy Way. Oh yeah, and Big Baz. Gail got look at Gail. Gail be on top of shit, man. I'm telling y'all, if y'all ever get y'all a Gail, yeah, I don't even know. I didn't even tell Gail I was going on an hour later. And Gail's already ready to go, man. Gail, I'm in the United States now. I'm in California now. I'm stateside. So be careful. You never know who might boop, 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 knock on your door like a stalker. No, I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't stalk Gail. That's my girl. Baz, you got the stream. Big Baz, don't be flirting with Gail, man. Bill said the mix was fire. Thank you, brother. Yeah, man. I be working on these because I try to like, you know, that's also my getaway. Like when I get to make music and shit, when I'm in the middle of an edit, I'll get bored or whatever, I'll just start making a mix. And then my man said he wanted a Michael Jackson mix. So I said, okay, let me flip this. Let me dig in the crates and see what I can find. But he asked for other songs too. But the songs he had, it's all about tempo for me. Like I got to keep a flow of a tempo going to keep everything moving. You know what I mean? So it's like I can't have no, and then have jam, you know the songs are just the tempos are way different. So I got to keep it where it keeps it moving. Yeah, dig. Shout out to DJ General Lee, one of the best that ever did it. Support the Zoom chat. Yeah, man. Gail always in the support. Global Entry hit the one. Okay, I'm back there. Lynchon, that's what it was. That's what it was, Lynchon. Shout out to Lynchon 117. He's the one that asked. He did ask for the mix. So Lynchon, that was for you, bro. That was hot off the skillet. And then the Patreon members get that every mix I make, they get it free after that. I mean, they get it in the mix. Oh, we got Mr. Miami. I see Mr. Miami back there. I'm gonna bring him up in a minute, Mr. Miami. Man, Flyboy Way, man. This dude, like, Flyboy Way is like, that nigga straight alpha. You know what I mean? Like, Flyboy Way marched to his beat. Flyboy do what he do. Flyboy Way is smart. And Flyboy is somebody I watched getting into the game. Like Flyboy is just like he got his own little groove, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. Gail, drop Flyboy Way's link because of people like him that inspired me, man. You know what I mean? I got a long way to go, but Flyboy Way got put in work. Y'all better check him out. But I'm gonna bring him up in a minute. He like I said, he came like Flyboy Way. You know, I can't front. Every time I bring up ACA Awards, I let everybody know. Flyboy Way came up with that name. That's why it's the Flyboy Way. He got He be coming up with fly names. I would have never thought of the Amazing Creator Awards. Like, that's just the dopest name. It settles everything. It covers every base. So, you know, I'm gonna bring you Stop Flyboy. I'm just gonna read a couple more of these off, and then I'm gonna bring you up. It's not gonna say drop the link. Yeah, the link's just for Flyboy Ray right now, and then Baz. But we're gonna talk about this. All right, y'all flirting with Gail. All right, man. Let me read the super chat. Man, 999. Welcome back to Cali, family. Yes, sir. I'm just passing through on my way back to Thailand. I'm just passing through, y'all. Yeah, dig. All right. So we're gonna talk about the ACA Awards, the Amazing Creator Awards today, you guys. I really want to think tank with y'all about the categories. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of it again. Every week, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit more of it, so you guys will get a sense of what's going on. And you guys are invested before anybody, because you guys are rocking with me on my smaller channel. I'm not doing this on Zoom to Thailand. This is all Zoom to Thailand live, and the awards is gonna be here on Zoom to Thailand live. So just make sure y'all get ready for that, man. And y'all, we doing banners for $50 for my loyal Zoom to Thailand live followers. If you guys want a banner on the show, send me $50 Cash App. As we get closer to the awards, it's gonna go up. So I'm just telling y'all now, y'all getting the smoker price right now. We got to pay for this thing one way or another. We got an award being made. We doing NFTs. It's all kind of stuff, man. We're really trying to do this right. And then next year we're gonna do it in Thailand. So y'all got another excuse to come to Thailand. Poohman 313 from the D say, every time I saw Jermaine, Eminem, and Dr. Dre say that say what you say comes to mind. Really? So Jermaine, Eminem, and Dr. Say What You Say. What was that? I know they had a little beef, Jermaine Dupri. I thought you were talking about Jermaine Jackson, but you're talking about probably Jermaine Dupri. Poohman, be more specific so I know what that is, man. Michael Hill said, I know you back in Cali for the Mexican food. Yeah, man, I've been getting it, man. First thing I do is start eating when I come home, as you can tell. Yeah, I'm only here for a minute, John, and I'm back. Work hot off the skillet. Yeah, man. It's daily advice, hot off the skillet. Hot off the skillet. Joy said, I said join. Joy say. Gail says join. See, you know I'm tired, man, y'all. I was crazy. Flyboy Way. Make sure y'all follow him, man. Flyboy Way. Me and Flyboy Way, this is gonna be my first time actually talking to him. We used to be going back and forth with WhatsApp messages, man. So y'all gonna see me talking to him for the first time. You got that live too. We're gonna let it know. We're gonna let it do what it do. We got 122 people in the building. Salute to y'all, man. Thanks for stopping in with me on this Saturday morning. You see, I got the raccoon eyes, man. I've been up all night editing. But we're gonna get it right. A dude from DC who lives in BK, Greg Rashid, had me on his show, on his radio show today, but I did it from the States. But when I came out, I think I was with him after I land. He says 2 years in. Bijan, let me read that again. You said something fly earlier too, Bijan. I forgot what it was. A dude from DC who lives in BKA, Greg Rashid, had me on his radio show today, but I did it from the States. Okay. But when I came out, I'll link. When I come out, when I come out, I'll link with him after I land. Yeah, he's 2 years in. Okay, shout out to him, man. He already know. He's in Bangkok, though. He's in Bangkok. Bangkok is dope. It's a lot of smog, but it's a lot of shit to do. The infrastructure is crazy in Bangkok. Everything is like dope. West 2401 said, just remember, fellas, you can either Zoom to Thailand or Zoom to the family court system. Shout out to Al Grease. Yeah, Gail dropped his link too. We got to put Al Grease's thing. We got to put Al Grease up there. I know, Gail, you sent it earlier, but I was just trying to read off these chats so I could catch up and everything. Check out the Black Man's Guide. That's right. That's right. Flyboy Way has been, he lays it out for y'all where you have to be an idiot to not be able to keep up with what Flyboy Way is saying, what he's doing, man. You would literally have to be an idiot. I mean, he puts it all the way down. He even puts the timestamp on. All right, it's about to get nasty at 12 minutes and 8 seconds. So if you don't like the nasty shit, 12 minutes and 8 seconds to 14 minutes and 22 seconds, and you skip past. He gives you guys all he puts you the guardrails on for you on your blah, blah. I'm just waking up. He puts the guardrails for you. Damn. He puts the guardrails on for you. Thank you. I had to slow that down. Like, damn, all right. What school did I go to? Jay Shaw, I don't think so. Jay Shaw, what you talking about? Oh, Bruce Rain. Where the hell has Bruce Rain been? My dude, Richie Mack, salute. Shouts out to the chat. Q4 has been wild for your boy. Q4. What's Q4, Bruce Rain? But it's all good. Stay prayed up and keep moving forward. Peace. Did you get sick? Is Q4 something sick? Is that some new shit? Some new variant I don't know about? Man, Bruce Rain, man. I ain't seen Bruce, man. It's so good to see Bruce Rain, man. It's been a long time, bro. So glad to know you still around and you there. But I was wondering where you was at, Bruce Rain. Peace to you with the $20 super chat. Appreciate you. Gail dropped Flyboy Way's link. Make sure y'all subscribe to Flyboy Way. You know what I'm saying? Flyboy Way came before me. Pause. Flyboy Way has been doing this thing. He be moving around. Y'all got to make him say Miami. I love the way the nigga say Miami. Miami. I love them East Coast accent. I can do an English accent better than I can do an East Coast accent. Ain't that crazy? So y'all subscribe to Flyboy Way. I'm going to bring him up in about 2 minutes. Lynch on 117 says, Richie Mack, thanks again for the shout out, brother. You are the best. No, you're the best. You're the one that prompted me to do that mix. You asking for MJ because I don't want people to think I'm Milli Vanilli. You know what I mean? I want them to know like I really do these mixes. You know what I mean? Even though I do it for my editing system now because I don't have my equipment with me, but I can get down either way. I can get down like this with like that with the chicka or I can get down with it the way I do it. So just letting y'all know, man. Shout out to Lynch on 117, who is responsible for me doing that Michael Jackson mix. But you wasn't ready for the cartoon, though, was you? You didn't know I was gonna break out the cartoon. And then my boy, who y'all seen, he was the mayor of Back to the Future, Mayor Goldie Wilson. He's the voice of Michael Jackson in the cartoon, the original cartoon. He's like, we going to Motown. That's my boy. Shout out to Don Full of Love, wherever he is. He's somewhere. He's supposed to pick me up from the airport, but he had to go to somewhere, Seattle or somewhere. It's Jermaine Dupri, disc by Eminem. Oh, okay, Pooh Man. Yeah, I remember he did it, but man, Jermaine trying to mess with Eminem on the mic. I don't remember. I think they smashed him, didn't they? Flyboy Way gonna have to help us with that because I don't know. The Flyboy Way, you ready to come up? I see you over there working. When you ready, Flyboy Way, just wave. I'm gonna keep reading these what's names till you wave to me. When I know you wave to me, I know you ready. Michael Coleman said he's been down with Flyboy Way for years. We both from Jersey, yeah. But Flyboy Way, I don't know the difference between a Jersey accent and a New York accent yet. I'm still trying to figure out the difference. What's the difference between a Jersey accent and a New York accent? Because Flyboy Way sound like a New York to me. The way you say Miami, that sounds like New York to me. I could be wrong. I don't want to mess it up because I know people might think the Bay Area accent and the LA accent is totally different. You know what I mean? It's a totally different accent. So, I don't know. It sounds close to me. T. Hill said, what's happening, man? What's happening, man? Man, I'm just waiting on Flyboy Way to wave at me. That LA smile will get you twisted. Yeah, man. I've been jet lagged, so I'm just kind of like just feeling everything. Please click the like button, y'all. We got almost 120 people in the building. We need some likes to get up in there. And y'all, I'm gonna start moving my lives that I do on Zoom to Thailand. I'm gonna be moving them over here, man. I know y'all know the Zoom to Thailand, but we got to get this Zoom to Thailand live thing because the algorithm do not like when we do lives on our regular channel for whatever reason. That's the whole reason why I did this channel, man. So I could do lives on one and do created content on the other. Watch the Frustrated series online. Grease film. Al Grease. Shout out to Al Grease. Hopefully he gonna work with us too on this ACA Awards, man. But I started. Flyboy Way was literally the first person that I said. I just saw it in him. Like me being a director in Hollywood and working and all of this stuff out here, and Robert Townsend being my mentor. Like I can see shit in people. Like I already know like who can do what, and I just knew he was somebody that I wanted to work with. Who else is dope, man, is Angry Man. Y'all got to watch Angry Man. His sets and the way he does things, Angry Man will be cold. I really want him to, I want him to be a producer. Like, I want to teach him how to producing and stuff like that. Same thing with Gail. Like, Gail getting spreadsheets. Gail's doing what a producer does. Gail is doing was in Hollywood. He would either be a PM, a production manager, or a line producer. She'd be something in that world, and she learned how to do it. So this is the way to practice. So when it comes time to really, when we get time to do movies and really get down, they're gonna be, ready to go. You know what I mean? Because this awards thing means a lot to me. I've been talking about it for a long time. Didn't want to say nothing till I was ready to go, and now we getting into it. Flyboy Way is me and Flyboy Way gonna have an argument on this thing because Flyboy Way keeps cutting stuff down and they ain't finished yet. Flyboy Way is like, we ain't got time for all that 10-minute exposition, Richie Mack. Just get to the point. You know what I mean? Flyboy Way don't believe in the foreplay. You know what I'm saying? You want to get right to. Hey, Grizzo, right? You right, Grizzo. Pause. See, y'all got to make anybody know, man. When I say stuff, I'm saying it straight up. I ain't saying no subliminal. I gotta say pause just for y'all that be tripping on that kind of stuff. Pause. Pathfinder say, "What's happening, Flyboy Way?" I'm just waiting on him to wave at me, man. So I know he ready to. Oh, okay. He ready. Read the super chat up. TL say with a 999 super chat, man, you're showing them. All they have to do is step up and make it happen. There's some beautiful wine over there, man. Yeah, man, for real. You don't even know. So without further ado, Lynchon, thank you, man. He liked the mix. He appreciate the mix. You got me with the cartoon, Richie Mack. Your mind is very creative. Yeah, man, that's how God bless me. Gotta be creative. I'm gonna mix the Jackson 5 with Soul Train. I'm gonna get the original video. I'm just gonna put it all together. So first I mix the music, and then I mix the video, you know what I mean? So it takes me a little while to get it because first I got to get the I got to figure out what I'm going to do, and then it goes from there. What time of year you come that way? What way? Let me see. I don't know. We're talking about T Hill. Please like and share. Make sure y'all like the video, please. All right, I'm finna bring him up. Ladies and gentlemen, this man needs no introduction. He's been doing this way longer than me. And it's an honor to have him on there because Flyboy, well, he'll always send me the piece, Black Man. But he don't really come up, y'all. So y'all put your hands together for the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Flyboy Way. What up,
hey, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't XY. Just check out the channel, and we are here in Miami.
Yes. He knew I was gonna ask him to say it, so he just jumped the gun. You knew, man. He got the flyest introduction, man. It's just so fly. I be trying my best every time I call him. Tell him fly. I try every time to say it. I just can't do it like him. He got it. That shit is so fly. I love the way you do that, bro.
Pause. I always say like the same thing when people from the north go down to the south. They say we have like a accent up here. But we hear accent differently from when you come from LA. Like I know the difference between LA and the Bay Area accent. And even Southern California got a little bit different accent also. But
and I was gonna ask you, is there a difference between Jersey and New York accent?
Yeah, the difference is New York accent is more like hard. It sounds more like gritty. You hear a little more rasp in the voice or something like that. But New Jersey, we similar, but just not completely the same.
Okay, got you.
You see my shirt, right? Okay, just
wait. Let me give him the solo can. What do you got over there?
Little Cali flavor.
Oh shit, that's what I'm talking about, man. Oh shit. Oh, he got my. Oh, look, that's fly. Did you make that fly? But where you get that from?
I think I got it from online. Yeah,
that is fly, man. Oh shit. Yeah, I can tell y'all some real background stories on that movie, Boys in the Hood, man. It was a Boys in the Hood. That was the closest thing that you had to what LA life was like before that. People didn't really understand till that. Colors was okay, but Boys in the Hood was close. And then Menace brought it home. And then I did a version called From the Banged Out, which y'all got to see, man. It was in all the video stores. Mine was the realest one, but mine was like, it was kind of a little too. It was very, very.
It's on a streaming platform because I remember when you first mentioned when you did the Hollywood Shuffle, you can put us on both modes now. You got me on solo layout. But I remember when you did you mentioned the Hollywood Shuffle thing, and I was able to go straight on I think it was either Hulu or something to pay for it to watch it. I would do the same thing if you tell me if the other one is on there too.
Now that I'm home, I gotta go find my thing. I gotta put it on. I gotta transfer it over because I made this movie and movie.
You directed it, you cast, you did all
everything.
You gotta upload that, man. You gotta upload
it. And I shot it with a camcorder. And that's what made it look so real. People thought it was like, I mean, it was I had real gang members mixed in with actors, so it looked very, very authentic, and it was authentic, man. We was in real hoods. Shoot, man, niggas got in fights. Two dudes from my neighborhood that didn't get along with each other. Yeah. Sam and Tommy. Sam took off on Tommy, put hands on him. I'm like, nigga, do you realize I'm filming right now? Man? It was something else, man. It was something else. Mo, I see you back there, Mo. What's going on? I'm gonna meet in a minute because I gotta get this time to Flyboy where we gotta talk about the ACA Awards. I'm just letting you know I see you back there, brother. But Flyboy Way, You know, I was for coming up with the name, the American. No, not, I said the American, the Amazing Creator Awards, man. How'd you come up with that name so quick, bro?
Well, I mean, you know, but between you and I going back and stuff, you know, it's still sharp and still. I was able to start thinking about, all right, what kind of abbreviations could we do? Like, I was thinking of the abbreviation because everyone knows, like, with this environment we're in, where people have like a short-term memory of like 8 seconds. Like I was telling you before, you want to have something that's catchy and something that's fast. So ACA was like, all right, ACA, American. All right, so it's American. Or no, that's not gonna work. Amazing. Amazing sounds better. But what are we? We all are creators. Regardless if you're a YouTuber or not, we all creators. We create content. And then this is an award show to celebrate the creators that create the content. So it became the Amazing Creator Awards because I feel as though and you know, me personally, I didn't think I would ever do nothing like this. But when you came up with the idea and when you shot it over to me, I was like, all right, well, I wouldn't do this by myself. But if I can, you know, give some insight to what I feel as though is missing in the actual awards that you see around the world, like, you know, I feel as though what's missing from the awards is the people who get the awards is usually some kind of politics behind it. But versus when you got the awards coming from the creators like yourself and people participating like myself, you get people who are really into the thing. Like most creators who watch creators know, oh yeah, we know this creator won't get picked on like a YouTube platform because maybe they're too not monetizable. You know what I mean? But we understand the power and impact this person has, and that's why it's important we have these Amazing Creators Awards.
That's facts. I mean, because we nominating all the people we like Angry Man, Minister Jap, even people who might have a problem with Zoom. Like that ain't got nothing to do with not very many people have a problem with Zoom, but I'm saying, but even people I don't politically say, well, I'm not going to do this for this person. I want whoever we like, whoever we all like. Because Flyboy be putting me up on people that I don't even really know about. I just know about the people in my circle. So I'm trying to expand that web. Flyboy way trying to keep me down to like 10, 12, count the categories, count the seconds. Me, I try to explain to him, like, I got to just be creative. And then after the creative shit is out of me, then I can start chopping down time.
Just the first show. Just the first show. Like, this is going to be a yearly show because there will always be creators who are not getting the shine they're getting because they don't fit the
criteria
of what the political structure is when it comes to create. That's all. The Oscars, the Grammys, all of those structures have some kind of political or you shake my hand, I shake your hand thing. But the Amazing Creator Awards is just, yo, everyone that watches YouTube knows, oh man, that creator, and that's why we here, man.
That's facts. I'm gonna show a little bit of it too, Flyboy Way. Now, and I was telling everybody earlier before I brought you on, we haven't talked personally like in it feel like 4 or 5 months. Like
a phone conversation. Yeah,
We've been back and forth leaving messages and stuff, man. But it's good to see you, man. Good to hear from you. Can you do me a favor, man? Can you say Miami?
Miami.
Yeah, there it is, Miami. Yeah, the first time, like you said it like a Cuban. The second time you said it right, Miami. I love the way you said it.
See, the thing is that like last year I learned a long time ago based on when I was doing music. Last year I spent the whole year traveling doing the Black Man's Guide. So I did 5 Black Man's Guides in 1 year, and that's the most I've ever done. The reason why I did that is because I realized what you want to do as a creator if you want to start reaching other platforms just because as you can see, some platforms are starting to pull back on creators, right? Now I'm not giving you any political views if it's good or it's bad, but there's some platforms that's either taking deplatforming creators or stuff like that. So what you want to do is you want to have your content out to the multiple platforms there is. So last year, me personally, I spent all the whole year traveling the world, five different Black Man's Guides. I've been back and forth to Miami all the time because I wanted to have a product that in 2023 I could do nothing but just ship out. Now 2023 I do plan on to come to either Thailand or South Africa, but that's going to be the only time that I travel as far as internationally because I'm going to be focusing on creating film when going for film actual like all right, so YouTube, you have YouTube, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have film. You have like film like Netflix and all that stuff. Well, now I'm transferring over from YouTube because the Black Man's Guide to World Travel is an actual product. It's a documentary. You know what I mean? It's not like a vlog. It's not a vlog. It's a documentary which I can take to film festivals and stuff like that. But that was the reason why whenever we try to catch up, I could never catch up because I was always busy.
Right. Yeah, you be moving, bro. He's either Jersey, Miami, or he going somewhere. And I tell y'all, man, like, you know, people like Flyboy Wade that came before me that's doing his numbers is way better than mine. Like what is your biggest video? Like people I'm starting to learn about numbers and pay attention to numbers now. But before I didn't. Now I am because I'm kind of forced to. But what's your biggest video? How many views is your biggest video?
My biggest video has 888,000 views, and that's the Black Man's Guide to Cartagena. The hardest thing, though, is I try to tell everybody, first of all, people are watching it for like 7 minutes, which is like for somebody to watch a video for 7 minutes, 888,000 on average, that's a lot if you don't know it. But secondly, I'm in that video, I'm not focusing on being funny. I'm not focusing on something like just showing all the girls, but I'm actually giving knowledge that helps people of all communities from a Black perspective. And that right there makes it even worth more that video has that many views.
Right. It's dope, man. My biggest video, y'all say all this Zoom shit. My biggest video, I don't think I got 600,000 views. And that's my biggest video. Like I've done, you know.
The Thailand versus Philippines one don't have 7.
Not the last time I checked. I think it's like 590 or some shit like that. It ain't even at 600 yet. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I'm cool. You know what I mean? But I've never went viral. Like I've never like done like major numbers like y'all be doing, man.
It's viral. Anything more than 100,000 is viral. It's just that we don't see it as viral because it's people doing millions of views. But here's the thing, though. What you made with that and what I'm making with the Black Man's Guide is called evergreen content. What I consider evergreen content.
Yeah, that's what Drake.
That'll do great real fast. They'll do great real fast, and then they'll die, and no one ever goes back for that. But everyone's gonna always, regardless when we're on, and our kids are our age, like they're gonna be like, "Oh dang, people are still visiting the Zoom to Thailand's Philippines versus Thailand. They're still watching the Black Man's Guide, and guess what? Our kids are still getting paid for this 2-3 generations from now. And I think a lot of people don't understand that when they make content. They make it for the quick bunch of views and then that's it. But evergreen content is always better. So don't ever focus on trying to go viral because you already got viral videos. Just focus on making evergreen content, man.
Right. You're absolutely correct, man. Now, how did you get started, man? How did you get started? I'm gonna pull up the ACA Awards so we can talk about that. I want y'all to let me read a couple of these super chats. Global Lynch, I'm going to answer this question. Can't wait to get to Thailand. Where should I fly into? You can only fly into Bangkok. From anywhere in the world, you can only fly directly into Bangkok. That's like the main airport. So you can't come from anywhere else. So Bangkok first, and then after that, that's where you hub out to everything else. And it's really cheap flying around inner Thailand. Very cheap. Michael Coleman, 1,600 yen. Super sticker. Thank you, my brother. I got some yen up in this piece. And the yen. Thank you, Michael Coleman. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. I need y'all tapping in for this amazing Creator Awards because me and Flyboy will be going back and forth. So I'm gonna let y'all help us figure out like we're doing categories. And Gail, I was supposed to send Flyboy Way to categories, but I was working on this mix and all this stuff. I'll be getting caught up. So we need to send that spreadsheet to Flyboy Way as well. Gail's already together. Yeah, say what's up to Gail that night. And Dub say pause. Yeah, pause. Grizzo said
real quick before you go to the next one. The pause thing came from New York, New Jersey, Tri-State area. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why the pause thing is the thing. Now
you still don't care for that.
There was another way that people like. All right, so let's say you don't know me, right? We our content is reaching millions, right? And I speak in a way where you may think that I may say something that's that could be interpreted as a sexual advance to a guy, right? And let's say I am a heterosexual man. If I don't clarify that this is not me being flirtatious, then it can be taken as if, oh, I'm flirtatious to guys, and I wouldn't mind a guy being flirtatious to me. So instead of me saying the disrespectful term, no, you know what I mean, no whistling, rather than me saying that, we just learn to say pause because pause doesn't really disrespect anybody's sexuality, and at the same time, it lets people know who may just be watching or maybe hearing me say something that may be around that, hey, I'm saying this because I'm a heterosexual man. I don't give the the thing that I'm flirting, like I'm being serious. Like if I say, pause. If I say, he mad long. You know what I'm saying? It comes. So I say pause first or pause last because I don't want you to feel as though that's me flirting. So that's like the politically correct way of breaking down why people say pause in the tri-state area versus the derogatory term no. I mean when it happens.
That makes sense. All right. I heard. I didn't know it came from there. I thought it came from Queens. I mean,
tri-state area.
Harlem. I heard all the Harlem dudes saying it.
Well, it started, like I said, everything starts either in New York and New Jersey, so it's interchangeable. But we all just use like the Harlem dudes used to say the no, but then Jersey people would say that's disrespectful because we understand gender equality and stuff. So we was like, yo, they come out and you like you ever see Cameron in them? They all be like no home.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That shit was disrespectful. So Jersey would just say pause versus saying no home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was wondering where it came from. I was wondering that. I was trying to figure it out. Let me see. I'm trying to bring up the
ladies and gentlemen.
We're gonna show it yet. I got to talk to you a little more. We're gonna show the ACA Awards. So it came from Jersey and New York. Okay, anybody from New York want to tap in on that? Is Flyboy Way is that the origin of pause? Because I always heard the Harlem dudes saying it first. Cameron, Dame Dash, those people. That's where I first heard it. Was there, but Flyboy Way no more than me. He East Coast dude to the death. So I was
actually at the event with Dame, well not with Dame Dash, with the event Dame Dash was at Newark the other day. Because like I said, everybody in New York they come to Newark also because New Jersey was the film capital of the world. Where the first film started. The first theater and stuff started in New Jersey because Thomas Edison created the first lighting and stuff, right? And then the first, if you look at South Jersey, that's when the first theater came because it was no motion pictures before that. The lighting with Thomas Edison helped the motion pictures take off. So a lot of people from New York they come to New Jersey for the filming and for all that stuff. So it's also interconnected.
Okay, there you go. Is that where that's where you got your little skills? Because you come from the soil of where it all started. Is that where it at? Viva Focus say Flyboy Way in the house. Yeah, man, get this man his flowers, man. That dude be working. He be working. Grizzo had to shoot a shot at me, donating for Richie Mack to get a pair of reading glasses. Yeah, because I be squinting and shit, but I can read it now because I'm back on the screen now. I can see it now. Shout out to Grizzo Ryder. That dude is hilarious. We got to find something to do with him, man. He's hilarious. Pause. Subscribe to Flyboy Way. Make sure y'all subscribe to him. Let him pick up some subs while we at it. Man. So Flyboy Way. So this award show. So that's my dog. So Flyboy Way is more caught up into how many categories and how long it's going to be versus what it's going to be. In my mind, we should put out as much stuff as we can and then chop it off as we go. Flyboy Way say, no, I don't do it that way. I chop off first and then worry about it. So I'm really figuring out how we're going to do this because I've never worked with anybody like on this level before. So I'm trying to figure out how we're going to get it. I know it's going to be dope when we get done with it. I'm not worried about that. But it's just getting to that process is how that's going to be the fun part. Because then next year we'll have a better sense of what's going on. And then next year we'll be out here in Thailand. So that's the plan. So I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of Amazing Creator Awards. I want you guys to tap in. Let me know what you guys think. Grizzo's still saying pause. See what you started? Now you got everybody saying pause, Flyboy Way. All right, here we go, y'all. Check this out. The Amazing Creator Awards. This is what we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now the time for the Amazing Creator Awards, also known as the ACA.
Celebration, yeah, we used to it. Gotta do it for all of my YouTubers. You deserve your flowers encore. By time we celebrate our awards. So raise your cups up and let's see. Presented by the Traveler J. Now, ready or not, yeah. The big boy. One nation under YouTube. Can I hit it on a good foot? Getting down. Good God. All content creators. One nation under YouTube. Nothing can stop us now. What it good be? Hopefully this is what it should be. This is your boy NAONAA.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
Drink Champs, Yappy Hour. Make some noise!
$1 million worth of game.
When I said to my homies, I'm about to start giving game to the youth.
She was crazy.
And I said, I'm gonna get game, and then at the end, I'm gonna be like, right. Them niggas was sitting there looking at me like I was. I don't know. I probably got to see you do it. Then when I did that shit,
right.
You got something. Yeah, right. The same $1 million worth of game I started giving out when I told them niggas, and they was like, that's the same shit that's socking it to our motherfucking pocket like a rocket right now.
Right.
Why do women proudly chant, "Pussy runs the world," but then also complain guys only want sex?
Because men cannot live without sex. And it really does run the world.
New York City, everywhere we go, people wanna know who we are. So we tell them this is mighty. The revolver, the Maddie's cool. Night game like Daddy Cool. This Valley Jewel. This is real life street shit. True to the deep end. I know niggas that go to jail just to get the deep end. Now everybody wanna be popped till they ass really get.
So you believe in UFOs? You believe that the government's hiding stuff from us?
I don't disbelieve. I don't disbelieve, but I don't believe.
Listen,
I think it's possible.
Can I give you my opinion?
Yes, please.
I don't believe the universe just chose us to be the only one. Look at these guys, they're so special, they're gonna be the only one in existence. You believe that?
No, I don't believe that.
So 10 million miles of space, there's nobody.
I think there's definitely some shit visiting us over the course of human history.
Maybe they're unconscious.
She wanna be what she gonna be when he gonna put his hands on.
How you know he put his hands on? You know your sister alive.
She sent me a picture. She sent me a picture. So what's wrong with him? All this messed up, all these whole side of him messed up. I'm messing up all this on him. But so he come out, don't forget to him.
He already out there.
I'm forgetting, that ain't him. That ain't him. That must be your uncle right there. That ain't him.
That's him.
That's him right there.
Yeah.
That ain't him. He wasn't.
Yeah, man. So now I cut that long. Now Flyboy is actually right. Like that's gonna be shorter. It's gonna be like as I look at stuff, I like start seeing where my cuts are. I start making mental cuts. So I see what he's talking about. There's certain things I wouldn't cut as much as he's cutting, but there's certain things that I see that can be out to keep the flow going because the flow is super important. People's tension spans are super important. Flyboy Way's considerably younger than me, so he connects with the younger crowd and he understands. He wants it to be an 8-second rule. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it all in 8 seconds, but I'm gonna cut it and I'm gonna have him cut. You know what I mean? He's gonna be helping out, man. I originally wanted him to come on and just come help me produce this thing, but he's like doing edits and shit. So I'm like, shit, make my job easier. So so I'm gonna read some of these things. So y'all, what do y'all think? Like y'all, we got our categories and stuff, but y'all just what do y'all think? Do y'all think we should people that y'all think that don't get their props that they should be considered? Because we're finishing up. Like this week is gonna be, I think after this week we're gonna know what everything is, man. Because hopefully by tomorrow we'll have everything like locked down on terms of who's nominated and all that stuff. And then, what'd you say, Flyboy?
We'll have the outline by this week, by the end of this week, and then we can start actually developing everything the way it is, reaching out to the content creators, doing all that stuff. Because if I know a lot of people don't really think it matters, but a lot of content creators, even when they blow up big, they always feel as though they always remember when they were smaller and it's like, dang, we never got this thing because we just couldn't fit into the commercial aspect of things. We never got this. So when they do it become a commercial very big, they'll come back and they say, yes, I support this. So
that's what's up. That's the next thing too. We got to find out. Like, I just hope we don't get pushback from the people we nominate because we still got to get permission to use their footage. We still got to get permission for them, to.
Yeah. So there's a fair use thing. If you see all these reaction channels, they understand fair use. So it's not as much as permission per se, but it does help if you have them to say, hey, I like that what you're doing and I support it. Just simply, I like what you're doing and support it. But technically, with fair use, we don't have to use it as long as we're using it to changing or reflecting on it.
You're absolutely correct, and I phrased that wrong. When I said permission, I meant to say their support because if they win, we need them to have an acceptance speech. You know what I mean? Right. So we need to get all of that. So that's what I meant. I meant to say their support in order to make the show flow. So we definitely want to make sure that they down with it and they cool with it. And if they not, we'll still nominate them, man. You know, we're gonna figure it out, see what it do. QB passport flexing. It's about time, man. Man, who's trying to call me, man? Are you serious? How does this work? I don't stop this shit. I don't know people can do that while I'm doing a live stream.
He got the standard ringer going on.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is. That's you see, I'm totally just working from just waking up, man. But QB passport flexing, man. Good to hear from you, bro. I didn't think QB, man. No. All right, how do I turn that shit off, Flyboy? Wait, every time I try to get,
I put the whole my phone off. I always put my phone on silent when I go live.
But it's my laptop ringing, not my phone. It's my laptop.
Oh,
yeah.
How does that happen?
I have no idea. That's what I'm saying. This is all live, you dig? But anyway, QB passport flexion. I didn't think QB passport flexion liked me because he never gave any props or any shout out. And I like QB passport flexion. I love when him and Baz go at it. It's the funniest shit in the world, man. QB passport flexion is so animated all the time, man. Shout out to you, man. I don't never hear you talk about Thailand, brother. You talk about Mexico. He got Mexico on lock. Now, I give him that. QB passport flexion, man, he done ran through the whole damn town from the way he be making it sound. So QB passport flexion, shout out to you, brother, man. Appreciate the support, man. Glad to know we all on the same team, you dig?
I'm gonna ask you, since you've been out there. Oh, because you've been out there during the pandemic. So I'm not sure if they even had it. But you ever heard of Songkran? You ever been to Songkran?
No, Songkran is in April. No, they didn't have it because of COVID. They didn't have it. They
have it next year, right?
They have it next year. Yeah. I'll be there for that. Pretty sure. I was supposed to be back in LA. My kid's birthday, because we're all Aries. I'm born in April. My kids are born in March. Both my daughters. Same mama. Born in March. So I was gonna go back and stay for the month of April, but I'm gonna come for their birthday because I want to get back for Songkran. So definitely want to see what that's like. And they doing, from what I hear, they doing the Rolling Loud Festival
during Songkran.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. I don't know how they're gonna do that because that's gonna be a lot of things getting blown in the air. You know what I mean, in terms of greenage. So I mean, I don't know, because the laws can change at any time, man. That's why I don't like to give, say, yes, this is cool to do this, or no, it's not cool to do that, because they can just change. They can just be like, we ain't on that today. That was yesterday. So they'll flip the whole script on you. So you know, I'm a visitor, so I can't really tell people what is and what isn't and what should and what shouldn't be. So, all I know is things are very available right now. I don't know what's going to happen next year, but right now things are available everywhere you turn. Things are available.
Another reason why I think the Amazing Creative Awards are going to be so amazing is because this is like two different worlds. Like you got completely two different worlds. Check this out. So I'm of a younger demographic. You're of a little wiser, older, wiser demographic.
They call me wiser. That's a polite way of saying your old ass. He said wiser.
You have the information on even the celebrity stuff and behind the scenes celebrity stuff that we don't have. I have the information on the everyday YouTube content creator stuff. So our mixture is going to make this even more better, even better than you can imagine, man. Like I said, I think the thing I'm not worried about, but I think is going to happen is that once we start this, I think it's going to be a trend of everyone wanting to start an award show that's directed to the creators and not just an award show that's commercialized. That only puts the creators that everyone knows. Oh, that's safe. They're safe.
Yeah.
So,
I believe it. That's why I'm saying we got to set the standard and do it right, because and in fairness to O'Shea Duke Jackson, shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. He did a Manosphere Awards or something a couple years ago. I never saw it. MTR told me about it. So he was already on to something back then. You know what I mean? I don't know how it turned out or what they did, but we're trying to do this like a real award show, man. But we're just giving props to YouTube creators. We're looking to do. Are we still gonna do terrestrial radio? I
think this year we should probably keep around just the YouTube creators so we can perfect it, and then we can expand next year. I want us to perfect it this year.
Okay. And now who we got in the building? Let's get this party started. We got the backbone of Zoom to Thailand, the music man himself, Big Baz in the building. Yes. What up, Baz?
What's good, family?
What's up? You know Flyboy Way, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bad man.
Yeah, man. Flyboy Way is the man. Like when I'm in my house right now, I used to sit there and watch videos of Flyboy Way doing this thing, man. He would take you downstairs in basements. He would show you all the stuff. And the dude was always having fun. That nigga was jumping in mud baths and shit. Flyboy, what was you at when you jumped in the mud bath, man?
That was Cartagena. That was the Cartagena.
That was all the Cartagena video. I feel like
it wasn't really a mud bath though. It was a volcano.
It was a volcano.
Mud volcano. You know how volcanoes like they heat up the thing and they make everything bubble. Well, that was like a mini volcano that it heats it up and it makes the mud. It turns the water into mud, so it's always the dust into mud, so it's always fluid.
Gotcha. Now, what did that feel like?
It felt weird at first. I never took a mud, but it felt weird at first. But then after a while, it's an experience. It's cool.
Right. You did your thing.
Plus it had so many nice things to look around at. You know what I mean, because we was there with a bunch of Brazilian women, so it was like it's crazy.
Ain't nothing wrong with Brazilian women. I hear that. When last time you been to Brazil? Huh?
I was just listening to Bass going through making these dope intros for everybody. Man, he got the intro of what was I listening to? It was Big Boss. And then he had an intro. I don't know if he did an intro for somebody else. Was it Telling Me? I heard the one Telling Me. The new Telling Me intro. I heard.
He did one for MTR. He's like hitting everybody now, man. I don't know if I can. If Baz gonna have time for me, man. All these channels he doing, and I mean Baz, come on, man. You on fire, man. And none of them sound alike.
Don't.
That's what makes him so versatile. You know what I mean?
The one for Taylor Made, he never got that one. The one I just made.
Mm-hmm.
I heard his nephew did one, and I was like, "That's dope." You know what I'm saying? I don't want no competition, so I'm kind of like, I'm gonna stand pat, let his nephew kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
You don't want no smoke?
I don't want no
smoke.
No, it ain't so much as I don't want the smoke. It's more like
I don't want to outshine somebody that's close to my family.
I like his intro.
Yeah.
And I know if he hear this intro, he gonna be like, maybe I want to change it. Maybe I can use it here and there, or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's all good though.
Okay, well that's what's up. Global, what'd you say? I booked my console. Look for me. Okay, when is it? Let's go. Oh, my Luke Casey's in the building. Gail at night, my video is ready. Where should I send it? Oh, I thought she talking to Gail. I thought she was talking to me. I thought the infamous Luke Casey. She sent a super sticker. Oh, shout out to Luke Casey. Thank you so much, Luke Casey. We doing a tribute to Kevin Samuels. So I'm gonna have Luke Casey, Courtney, and Gail say some things about Kevin Samuels. We're doing a tribute to him, and then the people we lost in 2022. So we gotta do that, man. That's part of the format of what we're doing. So Luke Casey, I had to have Luke, because Luke Casey, that's how I found out about people like Gail and Luke Casey through Kevin Samuels and lead attorney. I would see these names all the time. Who's this Luke Casey? Who's this Gail at night? Who is this Steel Curtain? Who are these people? You know what I mean? Shout out to Steel Curtain too. He gave me the idea of the new episode I'm dropping. And I would see these names. So they're like many celebrities. You know what I mean? When you hear those names, it rings in your ear. Luke Casey, Gail at night, Steel Curtain. You know what I mean? Felicia Jordan coming up. You know what I mean? All these people that are just really in the space of supporting brothers, especially when it's females supporting brothers. It means a lot to me, because it's like, I don't know about you, Flyboy Way, but my demographic for female is moving up now. It was at 3%. Now I think it's at like 4.5%. So I'm slow.
Mine was like that for a minute. Mine's like 7% now. But,
oh wow!
But it's not really because females don't like our content. It's that YouTube doesn't push our content out to females as much, because it shows that most of the guys is guys. So it's a little cross branding, but it happens.
Right. It is what it is. It's all love. Shout out to Luke Casey. I'm glad you made your video, Luke Casey. So you're gonna send that to my StreamYard. Send it to the stream. I sent Gail asked me for the information. I sent that as well. Shout out to Real Nathan Daly. I ain't seen Real Nathan Daly in a minute. Shout out to you, Richie Mac Zoom the Time. This is another name that you hear. Like it's so funny. I didn't know who Nathan was at the time when I used a clip that when Lee said something about Zoom to Thailand. That was Nathan next to me. And I didn't know Nathan at the time. So I didn't know who he was. But now, Nathan, we get on thing together. Now I'm gonna give you your props every single. Nathan the Daily is a solid brother, man. Like he's a solid brother. Y'all subscribe to Nathan Daily. Gail had a link there. I ain't even got to worry about it. I already know Gail gonna have it there. Let me read what he said. Shout out to you, Richie Mac. Zoom to Thailand is my favorite. What? My favorite channel on YouTube? Come on, Daily. You ain't never told me that. Thank you for all the work you're doing. I'll be in Thailand for the first of the year. Okay. I'm converting people, man. I know y'all love Colombia, and don't get me wrong, I ain't been to Colombia yet, so I don't know. But brothers is my. I ain't never seen this many brothers in Thailand, man. And I would like to think I have something to do with that, especially for the positive effect it's having on brothers. I love that, man. So Nathan, when you get, and I don't go out, I'm usually in the house all the time, but like certain people I come out for, like when TaylorMade came. I went to Bangkok. I wanted to make sure I seen him before I left because I knew when he was getting here, I was leaving in a couple days. Yeah, man. Same thing with Solomon, huh?
One thing I realized about the travel community and about people who travel, which makes us so much different from a lot of other people on YouTube, is that on YouTube, you have a lot of people who don't really go out, so they don't run into other creators naturally. We're like us on the travel community, we're like humans who just go out. So like you just said, you was next to him and you didn't even know because you just thinking like, oh, this is a regular person like this. But I feel as though because of that, it's a dope thing.
It is. It really is, man. That's how we meet. The same thing with Baz. Baz just crashed into my emails with music. I know what the hell he was. He just boom, here it is. I was like, damn. I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Because usually, like, and Flyboy Way, because you music, you rap too, didn't you? At some point, music, people come at you, and most of the time it's whack. Like literally, like anybody in the music business will tell you this, man. It's like you got 1,000 demos, 1,000, like 1,000. You might get 10 or 15 good ones. So you got to sift through thousands or hundreds and hundreds of music to find what you like. But Baz just came right in and just he did an Eric B. and Rakim. I came in the door. I said it before. He just crashed in. You know what I mean? So that's what I love about him. What's going on with your channel, Big Baz?
Woo! Just man, I'm really at a standstill somewhat. Not really a standstill, but had some recent debts in the family. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. So I'm dealing with that, and that kind of like throw my chi off a little bit.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? But I got some videos. I got coming.
Okay. That's what's up.
I just been, I just been kind of like in a creative mode, working on this record, working on other records, working on other people's stuff, beats, and this and that. So it kind of take away a little bit from the, from the process of just, concentrating on YouTube and concentrating on the channel a lot.
Right.
So you don't have a section in your channel dedicated to helping people how to make beats and stuff?
I'm working on it, but I'm working. I'm always doing music and doing beats so much. Like
you don't have the time.
Sometimes I just set the camera up and just record because I'm working. It's money.
That's how I think. When you in the studio, deep in the studio, you just turn the camera on. And be like, all right, that sounds good. And then have this development of this beat, and this how this happened from the start to finish. People really be watching.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna do some lives like that coming up soon. I'm gonna show people like kind of like a process. Say for instance, I'm gonna do like a Flyboy Way drop. I just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna go through the writing process. Like I got the board, I got the music, I got the everything, because I do everything from scratch. You know what I'm saying? The music, the writing, the engineering, the recording, everything. So yeah.
Just make sure
I'm gonna do it.
When you do his, can you please do his intro in it, Baz? Can you throw the FLY? You gotta have that in there, bro. And if you can squeeze a Miami in there, that'd be even better. But yeah. But I need to tell Baz, like Baz will know, because Baz will study you and he'll find drops and stuff that he likes.
Oh, I know who Flyboy Way is. I didn't been up on his channel for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Always the man. Big Boss tried to start some shit between me and Flyboy Way before I can even meet him and give him his props. Flyboy Way started roasting me. Flyboy Way's like, nah, man, Zoom too new. He ain't ready for this. I was like, I don't want no smoke with Flyboy Way. No, sir. I did not come here for no smoke channels. I just wanted to
this brings a great topic up, and I know it's kind of linked to the Amazing Creative Awards. So let's say it. So when we had a conversation about the thing, right? I kept going with him like, you know, when you edit, right? You can edit two different ways. You could do it the long, put all the content out and cook it down, or you could do it short content and just don't edit a lot, but edit enough to put stuff out there. What's happening right now on not just YouTube, but a lot of sites like that is they're flooding the market with content. You got YouTube Shorts, and people are posting shorts 3, 4, 5 times a day. So what happens to the long form content when TikTok gets big, when Reels on Instagram gets big, or when Shorts on YouTube gets big, the long form content stops being watched as much. So when you spend that much time editing, like Amazing Creative Awards is going to be deeply edited because this award show that happens once a year, so that's different. But when you spend as much time editing content, like literally breaking everything down, it gets swallowed, pause, by the amount of content that they're trying to push out with the shorts and the reels and short form content, low attention span, just boom, 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 and your quality content gets. So that's why I say it's probably more important, right, in this era to edit less, but still edit, but edit less, focus more on keeping attention every second.
Right. You know, I think you make a good point. My whole thing is it's like, I hate to be criticized, man. So like I can't put nothing whack out. Like it has to be just like you. When I showed it to you and you were saying, I was like, man, I should have waited. Because if I send out an idea and it's not there, people can't process, like they're looking at it that this is what it is. So I would just try to do it to get you excited and get people excited. But you know, people's attention spans are short, like you said. But in my mind, you know, if shit is good, it's gonna grab you, it's gonna hold you. Like people still watch movies, you know what I mean? People still watch TV shows. I know YouTube is a different
hold on to that. A lot of movies in theaters are not doing great anymore because people are consuming information differently now in this era.
Facts, but you still got your Netflix, you still got your Amazon, you still got your your other thing. People still watch, just like that Jeffrey Dahmer thing supposed to be doing really good on Netflix.
Right. Now imagine they would have did Jeffrey Dahmer as a whole movie, a 2-3 hour movie, versus series where they cut it down to 1 hour each because the attention span of somebody is lower and lower. Jeffrey Dahmer, I'm pretty sure they made a movie of Jeffrey Dahmer before.
Absolutely, yeah. They made a couple movies about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Netflix has mastered, like, and it's been years. Netflix has mastered where their movies are not doing as well anymore. Now everyone is coming out with a series, 3-part series, 4-part. Remember that Kanye documentary? 3-part series, 4-part series, and that's the way we're going towards in the future. So it's like back in the day, they used to be like giraffes used to have short necks, right? And then you know why giraffes have long necks now?
Why?
Because the foliage on the trees grew, and all the giraffes with short necks died. So the giraffes that we have now that have long necks, their generations ago used to be short necks, and the ones that didn't change, they got extinct. So I think that's the same thing as what's going on now.
So basically, Flyboy Way is saying, Rich, your old ass is going to be extinct if you don't move with the times. I know that's what he's saying. I read that subtext. I read it. Anyway, Fourth King said, Richie Mac, I just sent $50 cash up for the banner ad for the ACA. Check your Clifton 4. Yeah, I saw that. I said that earlier. So yeah, man, for the Zoom to Thailand live subscribers and people, we're doing banners. If you want your banner to be up doing the awards on the website, we're doing $50 banners for now. The prices are going to go up as we get closer to the awards because we only put so many banners on. So make sure you guys sign up now, get your banners, send your artwork, and we'll have that in the mix with that. So letting y'all know now, y'all getting it first. I tell everybody here first what's going on before I even take it to Zoom to Thailand. So y'all make sure y'all know because y'all rocking with me on my smaller channel. So I rock with y'all back. Lou Casely says, she says she thought it was pause. Look, they thought it was pause. She thought it was pause. Luke Casey got an accent too. She got a little Latina accent. I don't remember where Luke Casey's from though. Luke Casey, where are you from? I know she's Latina, but I don't remember where. Luke Casey, let us know where you're from. If that's too personal, that's cool. But I want to know where that accent is. Well, in my mind, I'm thinking, I want to think Dominican because she looked like a black Latina. I can't tell, but I don't want to assume. But Luke Casey, let us know what part of Latina you from. Latin America. Bijan says, Flyboy where I stay right off Lincoln Road and West Ave. That must be some Jersey shit. What is that?
No, that's Miami. He right down the street from me. I'm like I'm on West Avenue. I'm like probably like 10, 12 blocks from Lincoln Road.
Where are you at right now?
I'm in Miami. I'm on West Avenue. I live in condominiums on West Avenue near Bentley Bay.
But what city?
Miami.
There it is. That's what he said, man. Flyboy, so you got a spot there? No wonder why you there so much. Okay, I got it. There we go.
Yeah. All right. Everybody say, "Oh, you like Miami?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." But I be down here because it's free. Well, not free. I still pay my mortgage, but
he said mortgage. He didn't say rent. There's a difference, y'all. There's a difference between rent and mortgage. Remember that. There's a difference between rent and mortgage.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
The mister says, "How long will the banner be up on the what's name?"
We got to work all that out. I got to figure all that out. Right now, I'm just doing this so I can help raise money to help pay for the awards, for the NFTs, for the people that's going to be helping, all of these things that we need to get done, because so far I've been funding everything by myself. I know Flyboy has offered to help. He did offer, and I know you did, brother. We just ain't at that point yet. So I'm just trying to figure out ways to get it together. But I want to make sure that we all locked and loaded. I'm still waiting on Baz for some music though. Real Nathan Daly say that was dope. Baz been making promises and shit. But I know he's busy. But you said you had lost a family. Rest in peace to your family member. Oh, okay. That's why he's so excited. I'm doing a live stream right now. Oh shit.
Wait, so hey Richard, you take your dog with you to Thailand?
Hell no. My dog would die within 45 seconds, man.
I'm about to say, how you go 24 hours on a plane?
Hell no. Nah, he would be fighting every dog. My dog, I got a chow. He's very aggressive.
Okay.
He even growls at me when I come home now. I'm like, look, nigga, it ain't enough room for both of us to be alpha males at my house that I pay mortgage on.
I figured that would be kind of hard to have a pet, but Wayne Hill says long form content will still exist, but the type of long form content that will survive is the content that has an educational focus. I think that has some truth to it. I definitely think that has some truth to it.
Absolutely.
Which is the reason why I think it's so important that we tell our story, because if we don't tell our story as a people, the future might not include us.
Facts.
Just the way the past doesn't.
Yep. That could be true. That's a good point. Poolman says, you got any surprise celebrity guests for the awards? Of course I do. I'm calling in favors, man. I need y'all to show up, man. Present an award for me. You know what I mean? Do this. Flyboy Way has to present an award just because of his accent. He's like, I don't want to do this. I can't do his accent, but Flyboy Way present an award. Matter of fact, the little intro thing I was going to do, I might let Flyboy Way do it. He's better at it than me. A lot of people are better. I know my lane. You know what I mean? I know what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. You know what I mean? And now certain people are just better than me, like Coach Andre, just at his oratory skills. You know what I mean? Pause. Are better than me. So it's certain people do what they do. Like Baz, I get down too. I rhyme too. I was the first rapper signed on the West Coast to a major label. But I know my language. Right? Yeah, look it up. Yeah, Capitol Records. When the Boogie Boys was out with the Fly Girl, a Fly Girl, a Fly Girl, right after we was all on what's the name together.
That was my joint. My joint.
Yeah, man. We was in that mix. We was doing
how coincidence is that?
Yeah, I know Fly Girl. I know the Fly. Do you know that song, Fly Boy? I just thought about that. Do you know that song?
I just heard it when you said it. That's
Are you too young? You know about that song?
That was my joint.
I gotta see Fly. You never heard, before I even go and look this up, you never heard the song Fly Girl?
Yep.
I like old school songs. I mean classic songs.
How old are you, Fly Boy? How old are you?
I'm 38.
Yeah, you still a baby. But you should have you riding that man.
He said
I remember the hits. I remember the hits from 1970s, from 1960s. I remember the hits. But
he said, but
borderline.
Wasn't that the City Boys? What do they call the? Hold up, I know the name, man.
Let me see. Now the Boogie Boys. The
Boogie Boys. Yeah, Boogie Boys. Because I had that album.
I'm gonna play
the video on YouTube. Hold on, no way.
Yeah, they got a video.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah,
hey, Gail, maybe Gail can do it.
That was a hit.
It's two videos I want. Two people I know that I want to see that was in rap groups on there. I want to see Zoom to Thailand and I want to see Barber World TV. Both of these guys have been in rap groups in the industry. I haven't seen any of these videos. If you about to,
I didn't been in a few. But I mean, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Nathan Daly say such a great idea. This is gonna take off. Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. I've been holding this under my tongue for like a pause for a long time, just trying to put it all together to make sure that is right. You know what I mean? So Dernley helping me out. Dernley Hodge, he out in the DC area. I'm putting it together. We got to have our whole little meet and greet group. We're gonna do a StreamYard meeting with everybody, man. So as soon as we get this thing outlined, I'm gonna put everybody together so we can know who's doing what and what's doing what.
Shout out to my brother Kings and Dreams in the room.
King and Dreams, we gotta have King and Is he here?
Yeah, he's in the room, just super chatting.
I love King and Dreams. See, you be in front of me, man. King and Dreams is always support. We got to get King and Dreams up.
You didn't hear the King of Dreams drop. I did.
No, I did.
I heard it. That's what I like. I said,
okay.
The name. I thought it was.
Has not legalized weed. We've been.
Now, can y'all hear that?
And they just gave us more guns. We legalized.
Can y'all hear that?
I can hear it, but we can't see it.
Okay, no, I'm just checking. So before I pull it up, so I can, because I'm gonna do the screen. Gail just taught me how to do this, so I'm
You didn't know how to share the screen, man?
I did not, dude. I promise you, I did not know none of this. I'm learning now. Gail done taught me. Now remember, we didn't have videos back then, man. This is 85, bro. The Fly Girl. Let me see how to do this because I don't want to mess up. Gail gonna tell me.
You put the one on the right. It's the screen with the guy in the corner.
Invite. I press invite. I mean present.
Press present. And then after you press present, go to share screen.
Yeah.
After share screen, you go over to the tab.
Chrome tab. Now where is it at? Oh, there it is. Okay. Boom. Share.
There you go.
All right. No, I was playing you. What's his face?
Okay, yeah, I heard it before.
That was Fly Girl. I'm gonna get.
Which one you thought was Richie?
No, because Richie. We just had a whole.
You thought Richie was in the yellow.
Two people I was Richie Mack and Barber on TV, right? So the next thing, yo, I'm gonna play it. I'm like, oh, you want to play you? Did I see the little guy in the corner with the shades?
No, that ain't me. That is not me. That
is hilarious. When you doing it, you have videos doing it because they was making videos back then, man.
That was what you say when you got cut off. What'd you say?
I was saying, do you have a video when you was doing it because they were making videos back then, man? And I know you got at least had a song.
I'd have to find some shit. I don't have it now. I'd have to go in. I'm home, so I'm gonna go see what what I can find at some point. Not now. I don't have nothing now. I don't think and now with the Gail, am I gonna get hit for that? I'm probably gonna get hit for a copyright on that joint, huh?
Not probably because the sound wasn't like clear enough to really hear it. Plus we was talking, but I think the closest I seen Barber World TV in a video of him dancing. So I want
he was dancing special ed.
But I want to see you two in a rap group. That would have been the outfits.
Oh no, you don't even understand, nigga. We was on some next level shit. We was on some. I ain't want to get into that. These niggas in my neighborhood, they don't never live it down. The shit.
You had one of them. What's they called? Don't push.
I don't know nobody will see this.
Richie had the sequin suits on.
It was worse. Rich, you gotta have pictures, Rich. Share some pictures, man. Let's see.
Never let me hear the end of that shit. Hell,
all you gotta do is go watch Breaking. Watch Breaking when it was in LA. And think of Richie. Oh my goodness. goodness.
I tell you what, we have fun though. We have fun. Wait, Luke Hayes and Gail going back and forth. Y'all can come up. Wait, let me see what's going on. Yeah, oh, wait a minute. Here come Gail at night. Gail at night, you gonna say something? Gail at night. Shout out to Gail at night.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
What's going on?
Beautiful, beautiful.
Y'all have y'all heard my intro?
Ooh!
Did y'all hear mine? The big bands did for me.
Oh shit! Can you play it, Gail? Can we hear it?
I want to hear it.
You want to hear it?
I'm subscribed to Gail, but I haven't heard the intro yet.
Well, what was that, Richard Mack? Last Friday, we had the best time last Friday on my screen.
We had so much fun.
We had so much fun. And
I think I watched it.
You watched it, Flatboy? We had a ball, bro.
No, I was last Friday. I was with my son.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time. I'm just gonna pull it up and find it.
We had a ball.
But Richard, I'm sorry, go ahead, Richard. You were saying the song, if they give you any issue with that music just now you played, you can just mute it. As long as you keep the live stream under 6 hours, remember?
Right. Which we definitely gonna do that today because I was up all night making that Michael Jackson mix, and I'm tired, and I gotta finish. And I'm gonna put out the other episode. That's another thing, Flyboy Way. Like I usually put up my episodes on like Mondays or Tuesdays. I was wondering if I put it up today, if I put up the new episode today. Saturdays? Is that a bad thing? Like
Saturdays and Sundays are not good days to post. Unless you're doing just posting shorts, it's not a good day to post Saturdays and Sundays because the people from Google go home. So when if your video won't ever take off, and then by Monday comes, there'll be new people putting the vote videos on and get 24 hours. All right, so you understand that when you drop a video, right? Google pushes your video to more subscribers based on how many views you get in the first 24 to 72 hours, right? The first 72 hours are very crucial. The first 24 hours are the most crucial parts of your video on YouTube. Now, that's why a lot of people complain, like myself, even I complain sometimes, because my videos get yellow check marked. And the yellow check mark, it stops the video from getting pushed out. So if you get yellow check mark for the first 2 days, and then they green mark it the third day, well, now you miss 48 hours of the time, and you only got 24 hours left to make up all them likes, or all those views that people did, or all those the ratio that they clicked through. So you definitely want to make sure that you drop yours on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. And it does work better when you drop consistently on the same day. Me personally, I don't really care anymore because I'm But if you post consistently on the same day, like that's why you see people say I drop videos on Mondays and Wednesdays. Now whether Monday, Wednesday, or Friday is better, it really depends on your supporters.
Okay. See, so that's right there. See, that's the thing about like people like Flyboy where they have the experience, they know. Like me, I just drop shit. Because I was wondering, because my numbers is crazy. When I used to drop every Tuesday, certain time the numbers was crazy. But when I started thinking I could drop anytime I wanted without any rhyme or reason, that's when numbers started going a little different. So
they be waiting on them videos, Richie.
Huh?
So they be waiting on the videos.
Yeah, they do. But I got the new one. I just be so late though. Like I'm O'Shea Duke Jackson, shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, gave me a shout out in his last, well, not his last, he put out a video every 3 hours, but but he gave me a shout out and Steel Curtin sent it to me, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make this an episode. And I didn't even talk to Steel Curtin, got to give him a shout out. Gail, I was editing the video, then I was getting on the plane. I'm all behind now. So
I talked to him this morning.
Oh, did you? Man, I love that guy, man. He's just always uplifting, always cool. Please, if you talk to him, I'm gonna write him too when I get off. I just been trying to get this episode out. I was gonna put it up after this stream was over, but Flyboy's right. I'll just wait till Monday or maybe even Tuesday. I mean,
you know, another thing people don't do, which is ridiculous, that I've been doing it for the longest, but I haven't done it as much as I do it now.
Yeah.
When you have these 2, 3, 4 hour streams, that's a video worth. That's a month worth of content, because you can, if you have like a specific topic. Like you'll see podcasts do, they have a specific topic, and they'll cut it from one point to another point, and it might be 10 minutes long. That's a video in itself, and most people don't wait past an hour to watch the video. So imagine all the views that you get from the people watching the clip of the video that happened like 5 hours into the video that nobody's watching, and you get more views on that video when you repost it for 10 minutes than you did on the original stream. and everyone is doing that. So now there really is no excuse for you not to have a video at least 3 days a week. Because I think any over 3 days isn't 3 days is more than enough. But there's no excuse for you not to have a video more than every 3 days a week, because every time you have something, you have a clip you cut 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, especially these 2-hour video, 2-hour live streams.
Mm-hmm. He's right. That's why I need help. I need somebody to go through these videos, man. Honestly, man, I tell because I think Courtney, she like looks back at the streams. Like after I'm done with the stream, I usually don't even watch them. I'm back to editing, working on something else. But you're right, man. If I had time, or I had somebody to have time to go through and find the best parts and put that out, man. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for assistant editors, y'all. If y'all know somebody got the time to go through the videos and stuff and find the best parts, man, I need your help. So y'all let me know. Huh? What'd you say, Gail?
The private chat.
Oh, they can hit me in the private chat?
No, look at the private chat.
Check it.
Oh, okay. Private chat. Let me see. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's why I hit you up. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to confirm.
Yeah. Man, if y'all didn't see last week, boy, wait a minute. What Luke Casely say? It's a great concept. Competition will only make you more successful. Yeah.
Well, business.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Somebody's talking to Danny H. Say, Fly, but let me bring in those Pookie artifacts to Thailand. We seen how you get to South America. What do you do? Is he a Pookie?
Let me tell you. I addressed this on my site and on my site. I addressed it on my channel, and I'll break it down here because I know a lot of people might have seen it. I said, everybody has their own perspective of how to think things, right? But the way I say it is that we at one point were all Pookies and Ray Rays, and what changes from being Pookies and Ray Rays is because one, we had an outlet. We went somewhere, we traveled, and we learned there's a different way of life. But the reason why I say you should never knock people who they consider Pookies and Ray Rays or look down on them is because not everyone has been given the same opportunity in life. Some people didn't grow up with a father or even a mother. And if you haven't grown up with a male figure in your life, it's going to be very hard for you to really understand how to focus as a man in a female-dominated place. So it's not going to give you the tools that you need. If you grew up without a mother and a father, now you don't even know how to interact with social most of the time. Or you're growing up with people. So I say whenever people like down Pookies and Ray Rays because they come here and they throw money and they do this and this, I'm like, hey, rather than talking down on them, just educate them on why they shouldn't do it. Now, if they still annoy you and say forget it, then then you don't have to have empathy when they get robbed or something like that. You be like, hey, I gave you another way to do it, so it's not just on you no more. Because when I was doing YouTube, when I was traveling, I started traveling at 18 domestically. I started traveling internationally at 24. Literally, if you go to anybody's YouTube channel, I'm the longest channel that has been traveling consistently. The closest one that come to me was Jabril, but Jabril started a whole different channel because before Passport Heavy, there was Jabril. Jabril, he had a channel. He was in Thailand. So when I was starting, Jabril was in Thailand like a year later, and like he was the only other one I seen traveling. But then when he stopped that channel and started Passport Heavy, I had already had the Flyboy way since 2009. So when I tell people like, yo, you got to stop, downing these Pookies and Ray Rays and just be like, yo, I don't know what life brought you here. And a lot of people, they didn't like that. They're like, oh, you're going to still bring it, but, it's a different perspective.
Yeah, but you got to remember, though, you're right. I agree with everything you said. The only problem is, like, when a non-melanated person does some goofy shit, they take the hit. But when a melanated person does some shit, we all take the hit. So it's like it's like if you got enough gumption to be able to get a plane ticket and go somewhere and do all of that, you should be able to behave, man, because it just kills the whole energy of everything, man, when you get all of that goofiness. So it's like we can't say, because I come from a Pookie world. We all do, like you said, but we can't excuse that behavior by making it like it's okay. You'll learn as you go. It's like learn from us now, so when you get there, you already know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because everybody knows there's a such thing as good attention and bad attention. I mean, you don't have to be a genius to figure that out.
Here's the thing, though. A lot of people don't really study history because Black American history, it's like if I catch a cold, right, and I keep just eating. I keep just taking Tylenol, right? But I never asked what the cold was or how the cold, what kind of cold I have. And I just keep fighting the symptoms, and never fight the actual disease. Nothing ever changes. And in United States, Black Americans this is how we've been trained. This is how life has always been for us. Like, I'm 38, but I do so much research, bro. Like, whenever we get mad at Pookie and Ray Ray's, the only reason that like that way is because the United States makes us this way. Like, the schooling makes us this way. The way that history is. If I punish or punish one person for doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, right? Then it's odds that you won't do that because you see other people getting punished, right? So if I celebrate people for doing the same thing over and over again, then obviously people will do that. And they celebrated the misconception that financial education and the spending your money recklessly is good. We celebrate that because that's how we got the more in the history. Even, and you come from the rap days. The people at one point rap was about people having a message, right? And the reason it changed is because the people with money said, hey, we don't want people to have a message. We want y'all to look at the entertainment and the flashy things. So we're going to put all the people who talk about flashy things at the front of the list. And the people who talk about, hey, let's think about, let's improve the community and stuff. Let me not even include them on the list. So it's like every time you get mad at a Pookie or Ray Ray, you're getting mad at as a systematic, I don't want to say the R word, but some systematic program that puts Black people in a place of being just entertainers and not educators or things that inspire people who inspire. So I can never look at a Pookie or Ray Ray and get upset because I understand the system that's making you this. I understand the disease. I'm not looking at the symptom and blaming it.
Yeah, but I mean that's true and everything, but nobody has time for that. Like, nobody has time to like think about the systematic breakdown when they done spent their money on having a good time at a place, they're enjoying something, and somebody come and mess their time up. You know what I mean? It's just like when you get on it's real talk. It's like when you get on an airplane, like, just because you had a hard time at home, I mean, you get to start a fight on the airplane and disrupt the whole airplane and come with the because my daughters do that with the broom shit, eyelashes and all that.
Bat wings.
Yeah,
bat wings.
Yeah, all of that. It's like
So all right. So let me ask you a question. So see, for me, it's all perspective. We all have nothing right or wrong. But here's the thing. When I see another Black person doing this, you know what I do? Damn, I don't know what he's been through. Let me just calm down. Let me just go. It's whatever it's gonna go. It's gonna go wherever. I'm not gonna speak nothing bad on them. I'm just gonna go my way and go it. If I see a Black man in Cartagena throwing money in the air, and I don't want to be in that environment, I just take myself out of that environment. I'm not gonna, yo, Black man, what are you doing? Don't do this. No. If we cross paths in the future, I'll say, hey, this is why I don't think you should do that. But if you're gonna keep doing this, on you. But this is why I don't do it.
Yeah, but you can't do that for everybody. Like, you can't stop. They just like in LA, it's the jack capital of the world. Like in New York and all that, y'all like to wear all that flossy gold and shit like that. For us, that's food. You know what I mean? So it's like we can't say the jackers ain't gonna say, hey man, you've been through a lot, man. You worked hard for that gold chain, man. Well, I understand the circumstance of how America made you feel that way. You get a pass. No, you're food. So it's like when you do, like when you bring attention to stuff, and people get jacked and killed and all kind of stuff out there. Not everybody, but things are happening because people are bringing that onto themselves. They're asking for attention that they really don't need because it's a different get down. It's a different mentality, and they're looking at us as food when we come down there. We're doing all the fly stuff. So, like I said, man, at some point, we got to just step our game up, man. It's like I know we've been through the most more than anybody, and slavery really, really like messed us up. But after a while, it's like, man, come on, man. We just got to just be able to just kick it and enjoy ourselves, because I'm telling you, it's like.
So if I chop your arm off, right, and then 20 years later, I'm like, hey, why you can't shoot the basketball with your right arm no more? It doesn't just fix itself when you learn how to shoot with a chopped off arm. It's just not the same. And I feel as though that's what we as Black United States citizens went through. As far as the jury and stuff, I think it's a New York, LA thing. Like you know what I mean? It's different.
Everybody does where they jury and stuff, but I'm saying it's a mentality like. Well, me and Baz be having these conversations too. Like, I don't want to get deep into this.
Yes, I'm saying, because I know you.
We'll do it, but it's like dude, I don't know how much time I got left. Like, I don't have time to be like trying to like.
Nah, I got you.
Mentality of why someone did this and all that, dude. I come from the hood like everybody else. So what's my excuse?
You had a mother.
You older. You
older.
old.
Man, what we gotta do with it?
You older now. Your tolerance. Your tolerance.
I don't know. Did you have a healthy mother?
Yes and no.
Did you have a healthy father? No, probably not. You didn't have a father in your life, right?
Well, my father lived in Chicago. That's where I was born. I had a stepbrother. No, I had good role models around me, but for the most part, I had my uncle like take care of me, and I grew up in different environments. So it just, you know, I had my ups and downs, but I definitely would have been gangbanging, shot, dead, or in jail if my mom had not taken me out of the environment. And I know everybody doesn't get a chance to get taken out of the environment.
And that's my point. That's the only point I have. Like, people, it's not that you gotta feel bad for them. That's not what I'm saying. You ain't like you ain't gotta rob them. I'm just saying that understand that everyone didn't.
I do, but it doesn't. But that doesn't change the behavior. I can't say understand. I'm from Chicago. Niggas is getting popped every day. Right. I can't sit there and go, well, man, I gotta understand that Larry Hoover got put in jail and all of this. It's like, no, niggas is popping each other, and it's wild, it's crazy, like it's insane. But I know we get too far gone with this. We're gonna change the subject because I got some estrogen in the house along with Gail. First, let me read this shout out from Tobias the Traveler. Tobias, we have fun. Tobias the Traveler is like a very like studious, like nice, well put together brother doing this thing. He's been all over the place too. He's been to Thailand. Shout out to Tobias Traveler. He said, "What's going on? Glad to see everybody here." Tobias, did we have fun on Gail's stream? I think that I probably had the most fun on that stream than anything else. But it's time to bring up some more estrogen here, like y'all. I call this woman the assassin because she when she zeroes in on a target, she goes in and threw me off like she a cold assassin. And are you gonna cam up, assassin? You gonna cam up this time, or you gonna stay in the background? I need to see the assassin this time. Are you gonna cam up, assassin? Let me see. Hit me in the background and let me know if you're gonna cam up, because I want you to cam up if you can, if you up for it. Let me know before I bring you up. Gail, let me know. And y'all see her. There she goes. She said, hey, Chantel Simone's in the building. Chantel Simone's in the building. We're gonna bring. I hope she's gonna cam up this time.
She said no, she can't cam up.
Okay. Chantel Simone
for me.
She said, what'd you say, Gail?
No, today is cleaning day for me, so you know I'm looking.
Right. See, we gotta just look at me. I've been up all night. We just woke up. I mean, we caps and hats and t-shirts. As soon as I said Chantel Simone, Baz started like popping his cop. Baz, what you up to, man? Why you getting all fly right now? I just see what was all that for. Baz, like, he was like getting this stuff right when a beautiful sister come on. Baz started waking up. Chantel Simone. Ladies and gentlemen, the assassin, you know her, you love her, Chantel Simone.
Good morning. Is it good afternoon? Hey guys.
What's going on with your accent?
I am with Gail. It's cleaning day, so I'm not appropriate to come up.
Chantel, you gonna play nice in the sandbox today?
I always play nice, Richie.
All right. I was making sure because boy. You boy. Hey. All I say is boy. Hey. Hey, you know, Chantel Simone, I love accents. You know what I mean? Like, I love accents. But behind her accent, she's a beautiful, intelligent woman who was on a mission. I can just tell by the way she goes.
Yeah.
She's on a mission and do what she's doing, man. But you know I'm Team Courtney. That's my girl now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It was definitely interesting. I don't know how to put it any other way because I don't want to be. I like both of y'all. I want y'all to be. I want us to be able to work together. Of course, I'm gonna have you present an award at the. Oh, that's another thing too. Somebody in the comment section asked, could they pay to present an award? It's like now the people that are going to be presenters are people that I'm like hand selecting. That I want to do. I really wish I could. That's why I'm giving you guys action with banners and stuff like that. But the people that are going to be presenting and talking are going to be like specifically laid out people who I'm going to be working with to get them where I want to do. And if y'all know Chantel's accent, man, how can you not have Chantel like presenting an award? Chantel, would you like to speak and tell me what's going on in your life?
In my life in general, or what do you mean? Oh, first of all, let me shout out the guys on the chat. I don't think I've met these two guys yet.
Okay, well, let me introduce you. That's Flyboy Way. Flyboy Way, you want to give me your introduction? Are you because I love this Flyboy. Flyboy Way is an OG in these. You got to pick. You got to really check him out. He's an OG here, and Big Bass does the music. Does probably like 2/3 of the music, of the original music for my channel, at least half. So so these guys are, and I'm sure you know who Gail at Night is.
Of course.
So,
my sister wives, of course.
Are y'all brothers familiar with Chantel Simone?
No, I've seen it.
Huh?
That's the first time I've seen it.
Man.
Same here.
This is why we put people together, man, so everybody can like learn and get on and coordinate. Chantel Simone, do you have a theme song for your channel?
I have a beat.
Yeah, see, look at Bad. He's nodding his head. You got him. Did you hear what he did for Gail at Night?
No.
Gail, can you play your theme? Can you play your theme?
You want me to play the whole video or just a song by itself?
The video that you did with your thing in it, we whatever we can do to hear it, man. We gotta spread the love. Fusions 81 say Chantel Simone, hello, beautiful. Already trying to get at it. Look at y'all are already trying to get at Chantel Simone. I ain't gonna tell you what state she's in because y'all thirsty brothers will be trying to pull up. But just know, no matter where you go, there you are. Subscribe to Big Bass. What happened to Gail? She must have wanted to go get her thing. Fuchsia's trying to get it at my consult is for tomorrow. Okay. I'm not planning Travel OG. I'm not planning or playing Travel OG. It's for tomorrow. What time? I gotta check my my schedule. Make sure you hit me, Global Entry. Hit me on the what's the name? Hit me on the IG with a message just to make sure. I'll check my email. I haven't checked my email yet because I'm still trying to figure it all out. Subscribe to Luke Casely. Make sure we're gonna push Chantel. So Chantel, tell us what your channel is about.
My channel is, I basically share my story. I try to be as transparent as possible with the mistakes I made when I was growing up, when I was in my 20s. So hopefully Black girls don't make the same mistakes that I made.
Okay. And what mistakes did you make?
I prioritize my education and career over dating and relationships.
And does that make you single now? Is that something you want to talk about?
Yeah, it makes me unmarried now. I went up to the master's level, and unfortunately, I'm what Kevin Samuels would say. I'm a PhD. Went up to get my master's degree, moved up in my company, and then was in a relationship, but it wasn't top priority. My career and my success was top priority, and then but I'm unmarried, but
Oh, I know what that means. That means she ain't claiming that Negro until he step up with the That's what that means. I already know. I read through that all the way. Okay. She's unmarried. That means you have a chance. BDM says Chantel Simone, attorney at law. CB video 5 say Richie Mack got the mirror behind the headboard. How you getting it in? Now this is my Airbnb. This is my Airbnb, my guest house. I rent my house and my guest house. So I'm staying in the guest house and somebody's in the house. But, yeah. So I'm sure there's been a lot of getting in this spot. I'm sure it has, man. They don't play. I wish I could show y'all around, but I want to show y'all the spot so y'all can see. When y'all come to LA, it's a dope ass crib. I gotta admit. There's a lot going on over here. We got all video games. I got all kind of shit. Gail, can I do that? I can't switch to my phone now, huh? I can't switch to my phone and walk around, huh? Let me see. I'm gonna bring Gail up. I just like that face you was making, Gail. Yeah, we caught you right there, Gail. You wanna play your video? What we got going on, Gail? Because you look like you got something on your mind, like you about to cuss somebody out in this. You look like you just about to cuss somebody out. Can I make it play? No, that's Gail doing that. Gail, how do we do that? Gail in there. Gail in there, are you there?
Oh, she's backstage.
I just brought it. I just put the thing up. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, like that. Gail, there we go. Is that you, Gail?
Yeah, that's me. There you go.
Okay. If you press play, how does it work, Gail?
I'm going to play it.
Okay. You're going to play it. Okay, got you. Flyboy, wait, how did you know she's backstage? How do you know this shit that I don't know? Like,
I had two heads back. This is
in the private chat.
I was sharing their screen. You'll see their screen with my name, and you'll see me with my name.
Okay, got you.
So,
yeah, I thought that was you. Okay, I got you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Chantel, Simone, you taking notes on this? Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, it's like StreamYard 101, right?
He says, hey, I want Chantel come with me. Hey,
I'm looking. Look how I'm looking in this freeze frame.
Next thing you know, it's gonna be like this. Chantel's gonna be like this. She's gonna be like, I was in the chat room with one of the stupidest YouTubers. Shit. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. I don't know how the hell he got that many subscribers. He's an idiot. So I'm just making sure I'm just cool with Chantel. All right. So Gail, play your intro.
All right.
Early in the morning, me and my lady fight. Fussing and cussing, cause I'm up all night. I'm with Gail, bitching all hell. See, I won't tell. Sneaking, sending her emails. Thinking I'm a lie, got nothing to hide. All I did was tune in, then I hit subscribe. She getting real jealous, all the travel bros get us. Got to tune in and tell us, Gail got all of the fellas. I wipe my feet, I'm here for Gail at night. I pay my bills, I'm here, so please subscribe. I wipe my feet, I'm here for Gail at night. I pay my bills, I'm here, so please subscribe. Yeah. It's Gail at night. That's right. It's Gail at night.
Okay.
I like your vid. That was cool. That was my first time seeing it, Gail.
That's cool.
That was dope. I like the video.
Huh?
I like the video.
Thank you. Richard gave me a little few pointers. I'm gonna change them things up on it, but I just threw it together real quick so I can use that beat. That song. I had to use it for Friday night.
I tap my feet, let me forget at night.
Yeah, I like it. It's so catchy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Wait. Are we Big Bass showing off now? Wait, let me give you some of my Big Bass. Wait a minute. Where we at? Bass, what should I play? Y'all better mess with Bass because yesterday's price. Yesterday's price. Y'all better know. Let me see. Which one, Bass?
I like the Catching Flights.
Which
jamming that?
Which one is that? Let me see what this is.
This is your captain speaking. Welcome to Soul Plane Airlines, where the only bags you gotta worry about is in your bank account. Can you dig it? For all you John Tricks and Plume chasers, just remember what uniform you're wearing, cause your ass will be mishandled for disrespecting the team abroad. Now enjoy your flights, and remember, you can hit the streets or you can hit the sheets. Makes me no never mind. And we're not here to hold your hand and babysit you. We're grown folks. But remember the motto, we're here to catch flights, not feelings. Now can you dig that?
Just bought a ticket, I'm about to live it up. You can have it, homie, cause I done had enough. I bought a one-way ticket on the phone, about to call my nigga Richie, gotta come and get me. I'm tired of all the faking while you dating. Gotta shake 'em up, gotta shake 'em, gotta shake 'em. Little Joe in the dough, hitting sevens, now it's assalamu alaikum, you can keep the bacon. Over here, we treat it real with it. Fake women, you gotta deal with it. Cause if it's fire, then we will hit it. Baby in the lunch line, looking for a meal ticket. If she hot, we make them all stop. Shut them down, open up shop. Cause baby, she be bouncing like a 6'4" Impala. Hitting switches, make it drop. Baby, I'm just chillin'. Got my my mind on some millions. Wanna live life I'm building. Leave a legacy for my children. Just do it like Nike. Carry your luggage out of mind, out of sight. Had too much fun, almost made me miss my flight. Sleeping in the morning, probably landing there tonight. Catching flights, not feelings. Mommy bumping like 808. Mucho grande like que lo que. Booty by the caseload. All she want is peso, peso, peso.
But anyway, that's like one of them. You know what I mean? Baz just get down with his get down. So Chantel Simone, let me hear that accent a little bit. Baz, you hip to Chantel Simone? Man, you better man. Chantel Simone is the Jamaican assassin, bro.
I knew it. I heard that voice. Jamaica man. Yeah.
You like that accent, Flyboy? Flyboy, you like her accent?
No, I like her accent. Bass, that Jamaican accent you made. I don't know what that was, but
what you talking about, man? You what you say? And my accent is no good, man. What you talking about, man?
Hey, Chantel, is there anything worse than somebody trying to do a Jamaican accent and it don't work?
Like when they try to do it in the movies and stuff.
Oh man.
But Chantel been here forever, and she still got a full Jamaican accent. She ain't got. You've been in America, you say, for like half your life?
Yeah, for 15 years. But then that's because I moved to South Florida when I came. So there are a lot of Jamaicans in South Florida. So it was almost like I was still back home.
Oh, Chantel, you down here?
No, I'm not anymore. But I was in Florida for like 10 years.
Look at Flyboy trying to figure it out. He's trying to zoom in on the coordinates.
You're in Florida?
He's zooming on the coordinates. He's here. I told you.
What part's in Florida?
South Beach, Miami.
Okay, I was in West Palm.
Oh, okay, it's only like an hour away. It's not bad. What made you leave Florida?
Just wanted something different. And then I got a job out here in Dallas. I know Richie was keeping my location a secret, but I'm in Dallas.
Oh, she told. You oh my God. You know what you just did. You know what you just did. You know what you just did, Chantel Simone. You don't put niggas on the radar now. These niggas is thirsty.
That's fine. I hardly leave my house, so that's fine.
All right. These niggas is thirsty. Boy, I put up somebody's but I was on my other channel. I put up somebody's Instagram. They drove her crazy, man. She was mad. I don't even think she talked to me no more. I was like, you said I can put it up. So yeah, you got to be careful, man. The thirst quenchers is out there. You ain't scared of the thirst. Well, you a Jamaican assassin, so I guess you can.
Only when my questions aren't being answered. Pardon.
Oh, don't you start. Don't you start. Don't you start.
Anyone of the switchboards, Richie. You gotta get one of the switchboards. The boom, 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 boom. You gotta get one of the switchboards. The soundboards.
Which for the Cowboys? Yeah.
No, so you get a soundboard, like the things you go.
Like lead. Yeah, my little sound effects. Yeah, I need that. Yeah, I need that for my. But I'm just not at that level yet, like y'all. Do you got one? You got one, Flyboy?
I don't know.
So now that I got at least everybody on the panel is going to have something to do with the with the Amazing Creator Award. So Chantel, Flyboy Way came up with that name, the American Creator Awards. I can never take credit for that. He came up with that. I thought it was a dope name. It just covers everything and did his thing. Flyboy Way, what's a good category for Chantel to present an award for? What do you think?
I mean, she has a very good talking voice. She can do it pretty much anything. But what does she relate to? Like, I just subscribed to the channel, but I don't really know the concept. Like, what it makes sense.
Go ahead, Chantel. Give the Flyboy Way a elevator pitch about your channel. Why everybody should. She doing numbers. She hitting 40K. She hitting 40. How many you got now, Chantel? 45, 40K. How many subscribers?
Yeah, 40K. But I mean, I don't know what category my channel will fall in because it's very specific. Like I want to talk to females, and I share my story over and over and over again. So it's like I don't know what category that would fall in.
It wouldn't be a category necessarily. I'm talking about. We're talking about what category for you to do an announcement on, because what I don't want to do is have people that's from their own category announcing that category. It would be I would have you do something like best. I'm just throwing it now. It wouldn't be Travel Channel. I already have somebody doing that. Do like maybe Best Travel Channel or maybe Best, Comedy Channel, whatever it is. It's just I just want an excuse to have your ass talk so we can hear that accent.
Okay.
To receive the spreadsheet, what you Mac?
I haven't had a chance to look at it. I was up making that mix all night. I'm gonna look at it when we get off this time. When we
But
get
you
off.
did get it though, right? You did.
Let me check. I know I did. I know you don't play.
So now, real quick, I was looking at her channel. I think like if we have some kind of social impact channel, social impact award, she should definitely maybe the even the Kevin Samuels thing, because I'm looking at her channel. It's like she has a lot of social impact stuff on it.
That might the only thing with that's an idea. The only thing with the Kevin Samuels, I already got 3 females already on that. So to have her before, that would be a waste of a category. I would think we would put her somewhere. I don't know. We'll figure it out because we got to lock down the categories and stuff. But we definitely going to use her. Chantel, you can't be hiding behind the picture either. You got to be the real Chantel Simone. We don't know if this Millie Vanilli or not. Is that really you, Chantel? Is that really you?
Yeah, that's her.
That is me.
Don't be Millie Vanilli. And I let Gail get away with it because that's my YouTube wife. Gail can get away with it. He can knock Cam up. But Chantel, this is the second time you came with your assassin thing and didn't even show up. You were just sniping. You know what I mean? Like, I need to see you. I need to see what's going on.
It's just that on Saturdays are my cleaning days. Saturdays are the days where you play gospel music, you play R&B, and you clean.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's why you gotta listen to the beginning of the of the live stream. I do like this Soul Train Saturday mix where I play all the fun cleaning up music stuff. I don't know if you had a chance if you was around. You probably wasn't there, but that's what I do, man. We get that Saturday cleaning vibe going on. You know what I mean? That's what we do. So Gail,
yes.
How are we looking with off the top of your head? Do you know how many categories we have?
I have the sheet right here. 1, 2, 3. You want me to call them out or you want me to just count them?
Huh?
You want me to call them out or just count them?
Count them first and we know what it is. I'm going to read up these super chat. Nathan Daly, you can come up if you want, Nathan. Hey, Baz, I sent you a DM on IG for intro for help. Let me know your prices. Look at everybody trying to get Baz. Man, Baz is he's just out of this world, man. Nathan Daly, a cool dude, too. Nathan Daly's cool. I love Nathan Daly's topics, too. He goes at people, too. He does. Y'all make sure you subscribe to Nathan Daly. Please, he was the one with me when I first did the video with Lead saying that about talking about Zoom to Thailand. Nathan was the one right next to me, man, and I didn't even know who it was. And now I know. And now I know. Now we friends. Now Nathan want to come to Thailand.
You have 17 categories with your Mac.
17 categories. You hear that, Flyboy Way? Gail says 17. Flyboy. Before you even hear what they are, he gonna want to cut them out. Let's just hear what they are. You want to hear what they are? Look, he got
I think we can probably reduce it, but I'm gonna let y'all handle that. You want me to call them out?
Yeah. Let's call them out so we can figure out what we're gonna get rid of.
I think you have People's Champ down here twice, but I'm gonna go over it. I think you have it twice on here.
Okay. What up, Sean Miller?
Okay, go over the super chats.
Do I have any super chats? Let me see.
Let
me see. Gail, Lucchese agrees with you, Flyboy Way. She said he's right about short-term content taking over long-term. I hope not. I mean, we still got to have it's just like rap. Like where the era we come from, people really could rhyme. Now it's just something else, man. We can't just dumb down everything, can we? Subscribe to Luke Hazley, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Barry Hamilton with his accent. There's another accent. Barry Hamilton got the English accent. My bull terrier growls at me when I hug wifey. my dog is mean, man. Zoom to Thailand Live Fly Girl came out in 85. Yes, sir. Jamel around the world. Where you been, man? I ain't seen you in a while either. Love seeing the family. King and Dreams, follow out super chat. My man Zoom, Richie Mack, big up, Big Bass, big up my brother Flyboy. Salute to the chat. Salute to King and Dreams. We gotta have King and Dreams. We gotta have something for him to do on this Flyboy. So we gotta make sure we got him. Fly Girl was the jam. Now the American expat in the building, always supporting. Oh shit, I love this old school jam. Yeah, man, we was doing it. we got to let these young people know, like young people like the silent assassin over here, Chantel Simone, let her know what's going on. She probably what era did you come from, Chantel? Like what song? What did you listen to? Hip hop? Did you listen to? What did you listen to? What kind of music?
I listen to a lot of dancehall and reggae.
Gaza or Gully?
Gaza.
Look at Flyboy. Wait. What did that face mean, Flyboy? What did that mean?
All right, so Gaza and Gully, you got basically you got Vibes Cartel, you got Movado. I've always been I like Movado, but I've always been Vibes Cartel. So when she said Gaza, it was like cool.
Okay. She know her stuff. She a real Jamaican though, right? You hear that's a real Jamaican accent. Y'all gotta be able to understand the difference, man. The real one from the fake one. Toss It Up is Zoe's song. A lot of people say Toss It Up is Zoe's song. Which one is that? Toss It Up by Tupac? He from the East Coast. He wasn't on no Toss It Up. What is that, Flyboy?
What was what? Toss It Up? When I Toss It Up, you do know what it means. First of all, you gotta get me off the solo screen. But you do know Pac is from the East Coast, though, right?
I got that from Gail. I learned that from Gail. Gail would just be having you out there on the island, just sitting there. Gail, I'm gonna start doing it now like a TV channel.
I'm saying, I know you know that, right? You do know Pac is from the East Coast, right?
I know who on the East Coast?
Tupac is from the East Coast.
He was born in the East Coast. Tupac is from everywhere. He was Baltimore. He was
friends. They was from New Jersey. So yeah, when you was like, you don't know if he said it because he's from the East Coast. Like,
no. I'm saying because of the song, he said "Toss It Up." When he did "Toss It Up," he was not representing the East Coast. Come on now, don't play with me with hip hop. You know my shit.
Okay. You born though, man.
Hey, he was dissing everybody else except for New Jersey. You know what I mean? Because he has some riders. Hey man, ain't no punks in New Jersey, man. It's real over there. Y'all don't know. Every hood has a hood, and every hood is real, and everybody has their weenies, and everybody has their real ones. So you can't really sleep on nobody. 85 was probably the year. Yeah, 90, 89, and like 95 was probably like the golden era of hip hop. Like when it, when we was really having fun and dancing and shit. Y'all don't know how to do none of that. Gail said you can mute the sound lady keep it live in the 6 hours. Yep, I will do that, Gail. Thank you very much. That's here. Let me see. Intech 1 says, I like the Tide of America. Yeah. I need to play it more often. Yeah. That's what's that one called, Baz? I just called it I'm Tired of America.
Yeah, that's the I think that's what you named it. I just let you name it. Because a lot of times, I did. Hold up, it's called. Yeah. I don't know. Man, I'm telling you, I do so much stuff, I forget.
You hear that? Do you hear him just stun on us, y'all? Did you hear him just stun on us? He does so much stuff, he forgets. You see that? He done went Hollywood on me. I do so much stuff, I forget.
I forgot, man. I done seen you some stuff you ain't even used yet.
What did you send me? I ain't used.
I'm telling you, I done sent you some stuff. I can go to your email and pull it up right now and play it. You won't have no idea what it is.
Pull it up, but that's what I love to hear. I'm always trying
to. Man, where that come from? Well, it was sent to your email, Richie.
Right.
It was sent to your email, brother. Well, I missed that one. I was doing my Richie mix. I missed that one.
I gotta check it out. I gotta check it out. Hey, Baz, don't get me started with you because I'm still waiting on specific stuff for the awards. So don't even get started.
No, I got you though. I got you. That's that's simple.
All right, that's what we're gonna do. Now the Anderson experts say the O'Shea Duke Jackson is the James Brown of this YouTube constant game. Yeah, man. He needs his props, man. O'Shea be like,
yeah.
He talked to a lot of people, bro. Like I didn't like Lead Attorney put me up on it. You know what I mean? Like he's been around for a long time and he's been helping a lot of people, and a lot of people didn't really appreciate him, man. So you know what I mean? It's just a cold game and how this game works, man. Imagine how strong we would be together, man. That's my.
Remember I told you about the giraffes, man. The giraffes.
Yeah, if you don't, your neck don't grow, your neck gonna grow. You gonna go book a private consultation. Richie Mack, when y'all ready. Global Entry is gonna be getting his private consultation. He'll let y'all know what it is. You dig? I don't want to live that stream. He said. BDA said Courtney definitely doesn't relieve that stream. Chantel, BDA, we are not going there. We are not going there. We are not going there. We're gonna go to bed. Chantel, you hear what he said? Silent Assassin.
I heard him.
All right, Silent Assassin. The Naughty American expat, Gail's value added, pay her. Yes. Gail is like unbelievable. Y'all don't even understand. Dudes used to be Pookie and Ray Ray. I agree with that. See, me and Flyboy had that. We'll have that conversation. It'll go all in all kind of different directions. Because in my mind, because what he's saying is right. You know what I mean? He said no excuses, Pookie's and Ray Ray stuff. Yeah, what he's saying is right. Like if you go back into the psychology of it and how people we don't know, how can you do better when you don't know better? I get that. But there's too many examples now of like people doing well and showing good examples to people go like, oh, I didn't know. To me, it's a crutch. That's quick
question. I don't want to keep seeing what I said, but you brought it up.
You want? Okay, go ahead.
So 20 years, right? All right, go back. No, go back to the right. So basically, check this out. It's been scientifically proven that the most important years in your life is from 0 to 23 or 23, something like that, right? The most important years of your life is from 0 to 23. Mm-hmm. So as a guy, if you've known that to date women is the way that men normally, not normally, naturally do, is to date women from 0 to 23. You never knew any other way. Are you going to start dating men at 24 because you now see people dating men?
Well, once again, we go into the psychology of things. It's like it's all about survival. It's just like you said with the giraffes. The giraffes can't say, "Oh, you know, why did our necks get this long?" Well, because we couldn't reach the tree. It's like no, they just adapted. They didn't think about it. They didn't make a big thing about it. They just adapted, and it's easy to adapt if you really want to, man. It really is.
It's a time period that the giraffes were just dying, and then the giraffes that could adapted. But that time period between when things changed, when trees got taller and when the giraffes got longer necks, that time period is basically what we're going through now. We're going through now where technology has just became, YouTube and stuff wasn't like this. Technology just became where it is now, whereas people who are from the States can actually see other people doing stuff like the Black Man's Guide to World Travel, like Zoom to Thailand, like things like that. So now they can actually see it and move on, men and women, Black men and women. But before that, we didn't have that. So for me, to knock somebody who didn't have a mother or father,
but we're not knocking. There's a difference. Like you make it sound.
When you talk down on it, when you talk down on somebody,
I don't talk down on.
Not you, but most people like.
Oh, okay, got you.
We had examples in chat, but let's keep the conversation up because I got a list for the Creator Awards waiting for.
Okay, yeah, we gotta get to these Creator because we gonna make this a long one. We're gonna get this Creator Awards out the way. Dre said, but we can change that. Yes, Dre the Dream, but we can change that. Yeah. We can and we will. Yeah. See, okay. That's where I'm at. I'm not where they're talking about that. Now it's false to fix. No, see, Nathan think like me. It's on us to fix the problem. No excuses. Like, yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like it's a crutch to slow us down. But we ain't gonna stay there. We gotta talk about these. We gotta talk about the award. So Gail. So don't get bad started.
Yeah, I'm over here salivating. I'm just being quiet. I ain't gonna do nothing. I was gonna help you out, Fly Boy. I was gonna help you out, but I'm gonna let him make it.
That's the same thing I'm doing. I'm just letting go.
So I'm gonna let him make it. You know, it's all good.
But you know what? There's a concerted effort of brothers who think one way and conservative brothers think another way. But the bottom line is like the only way for us to get better is to do better. And if we keep going back to what did happen, what wouldn't happen, we never progress. We still talking Martin Luther King shit. Like all that marching, like I don't even understand what the point of all this marching is. And that goes back. I don't even get that. That was 50 years and we still
You gotta know the playbook. If you don't know the playbook, you don't.
All right, there we go. Let's add some context to this.
Okay, we got a little help on the team. I'm just saying.
Now let's get in. Y'all can jump in whenever y'all want to because this is what we call black on black crime. Like Chris Rock.
No, there's not.
Chris Rock said there's two types of black people. There's black people and there's N-words.
Let's have another podcast.
Black people, but I hate N-words. So now let's get it.
What?
Go ahead. Let's get it.
Let it go, baby.
Let's get it.
I came up right on time. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do
it.
Shout out
to Nathan Deli in the building. What up, Nate? How you doing?
Yeah, what's good?
Let's warm this up. Let's have this conversation. And y'all in the chat room tap in because we about to smoke it up a little bit.
We about to tighten up.
I'm tired. So who wants to go first?
Can we get some extra in this conversation? Because
Flyboy, where you going first?
Well, can we get some estrogen in this conversation? I would like to know what the ladies think.
Okay. Oh, hey, listen. You're gonna be really outnumbered because these ladies up here on the panel. Nah, bro, it's zero excuses up here with these ladies. So you're not gonna get the help you're looking for. Shout out to you, Gail. Shout out to you, Chantel. Yeah, we zero tolerance over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you at with that? I'm gonna let you go, then I'm gonna let the silent assassin go. Gail, where you at with this Pookie situation?
No excuses.
Thank you.
I had a horrible mother. Didn't know my father till I was 15. And here I am. Numbers say I'm supposed to be a baby mama of 4, 5, or 6 babies with 7, 8 baby daddies. But I made a choice. So it's all in your decisions, your choices that you make. I didn't like my environment, so I made my way out of it.
Who would like to would you like to bat that over, Flyboy way? Because as soon as one of y'all finish,
okay. So on that statement, we're gonna go do it like this. We're gonna do it like this. I love everybody. Minority versus majority. Minority versus majority. If we focus on the majority of things, because nothing really changes until the majority of it changes. The majority of people would not succeed in that environment, or the majority. So if we're looking to change, make a statement or a change, we really need to look at what can change the majority of people, or what's most likely to affect what's most likely the majority of people to do. So when you say you made it out of this and you did this without that, like I made it. My mother was bipolar schizophrenic. She was in and out the mental institution. My father never was in my life. I went to 9 schools in 10 years. Shoot, I made it. But I know that I am the minority. And the reason why I'm the minority is because the history of the Black American United States. So when I'm saying, when somebody's in the room saying, well, if somebody gets shot, we're supposed to say, oh, we understand because of the history. No, what I'm saying is if I know that through history, we've been miseducated as Black people in the States, and I know that it's more likely that I'm going to get shot if I go to this area than I'm not going to go to that area. I'm going to learn from that, but I'm not going to blame the people in the area that's shooting each other because not all of us had the opportunity to travel, had the opportunity to have a grandfather who was a great and powerful man. So for me to even judge someone who didn't have the same opportunities I have and say, oh, anything is possible, is blaming on me? It's kind of like not consistent of understanding everything.
All right, who wants that? Nathan, you want that? Or Chantel, you want the clap back, or you want me to give it to Nathan?
Can I say something too?
Yes, go ahead.
On this particular topic, see, okay, guys on the panel, is Nathan by your observation, is Nathan FBA or ADOS?
See, I don't know what none of that is. What is that?
It's Nathan FBA ADOS. I would say just on observations, I would say no.
He's not either one.
I'm just saying. I'm just giving an opinion.
Again, can you explain a little bit better because ADOS.
Yeah, education.
ADOS is American Descendants of Slavery.
Okay.
FBA is Foundational Black Americans.
Gotcha.
I'm asking you, can you, by looking at Nathan, tell if he's FBA, ADOS, Haitian, Jamaican, Trini?
If I was to guess, I would say he's some kind of Caribbean, but I don't know.
Okay.
It must be the hairline. Someone's
yeah. I'm telling you, that's the first thing I thought about. Like, nah, that hairline ain't right. That hairline ain't that ain't no FBA hairline.
That ain't no FBA hairline.
It gotta be a Caribbean. That must be one of the boys out the Caribbean, boy. You know what?
The reason I ask, because I'm very close to Chantel as well as Nathan and a few other people. And when we have this conversation, they get pushed back because they aren't ADOS or FBA. But if you're here living amongst us, talking about the police just in general, just a conversation on that, there's no FBA ADOS on our car tag. There's no FBA ADOS when they see us. You see what I'm saying? So they're having a Black person experience. And that's usually the pushback they get when they're having these discussions on these panels. But that's all I wanted to throw out there.
Can I join over here real quick? As a Black American who I guess I would be ADOS African descendant of slavery. My grandmother's black. My grandmother's black. My great grandmother's black. I have Native American somewhere down the line on my mother's side, but everybody's black.
Right.
So my grandfather. Here's the issue. The issue for me is the reason why I separate Black Americans, United States citizens, ADOS, I guess, from Caribbean, is because the way of thinking is different through the generations of learning from the culture they were in. You see, other Caribbeans and other people and Caribbeans and South Americans and Latin Americans and people from other places, they have a history of being able to learn how to build and network and work together. They have a pride in their culture. When I went to Jamaica, bro, when I went to Jamaica for Dream Weekend, the pride in that culture was crazy. When I went to Trinidad for a carnival, the pride in that culture was crazy. Brazil for carnival, the pride in that culture was crazy. But because they were able to adapt to the country that their legacy is from. See, Black Americans, we don't connect to Africa. We connect to the United States, but we wasn't accepted as United States citizens. We were 2/3 of a person considered for like 400 years. We were slaves. We were mass incarcerated. So when you compare the history, the legacy, the generation of someone who has a culture, a country to attach to someone who doesn't have a country, not only is that a disrespect to the people who actually live in the United States, who went through all the stuff, but it's more of a not understanding of history and how the slavery differentiated in the Caribbean versus Colombia versus where they mastered the art of slavery in the United States. You see, the reason why slavery in Haiti didn't last that long is because they wasn't able to touch the education. Haiti fought back. Haiti got power. They had more people. They got rid of the oppressors. When it went to Colombia, same thing. But in Colombia, they was able to mix with it. When it went to Brazil, the people were just falling in love with each other. So that hate, but when it came to the United States, the Willie Lynch and all that stuff that people say that I'm learning as of now. When it came to the United States, they had mastered it because it failed in Haiti. Slavery failed in Haiti. It failed in Colombia. It failed in Brazil. It failed in all these South American countries they don't tell you about. It failed in Mexico. They don't tell you that it was slaves in Mexico. But in the United States, they mastered it. So when you hear somebody that's from a Caribbean who didn't go through that, whose grandmother, great-grandmother didn't go through that history because they was in another country, it's like, damn, they don't understand history or they just being real disrespectful.
Okay. Chantel, you got something on that?
No, I do 100% agree with what he's saying. Funny enough, I was in Jamaica last week and I was thinking on that, the strong culture that we have, the food, the people, the language even. And it's like coming back to America, I find that Black Americans don't really have anything that's theirs. Like, let's just even think of the Olympics. Jamaican, when we win, it's a sense of pride. When USA wins, yeah, it's a sense of pride, but it's not specifically to Black Americans, So just in learning, right now, doing more research and learning about the culture and what's the sense of pride in the Black American community. When you ask those questions, you can definitely see the difference as he was just saying. So I do understand his perspective and see where he's coming from.
Nathan, you want to jump in on that?
Yeah. Yeah, so I second what Chantel is saying. I think the difference here with the conversation is we have to be able to distinguish between those who have good intentions and then those who don't. And so I think what ends up happening is we get lumped in with the conversation with people who are disrespectful, who are not from this country, don't have a descendants all the way back from slavery. But I always tell people, because my family was dropped off early doesn't change the fact that I shouldn't have a dog in the fight. We're all victims of slavery. That's just the reality of it. I can't control what happened to my family, my generation of family, no more than you can control it. So my thing is, I feel like it's very difficult because it's a very multifaceted issue. The problem is it's a very emotionally driven issue as well. And sometimes when people are trying to give honest feedback or make an observation because they grew up or they've experienced this culture here in America as being black skinned, a lot of times what I see is people try to dismiss what's being said because they don't like what's being said. So the issue also is that there are plenty of people who are ADOS or FBA who mirror the same things that I'm actually saying. It just comes to a point where people don't want to hear it from someone when they're in disagreement. And the reason why I say that is because the moment you have a disagreement with some people who aren't mature enough to have the conversation, then they come with insults and they start calling you a sellout or a coon. So we call people who are FBA that you don't agree with a coon or a sellout because they don't agree with the same ideology of oppression. I think the reality is we all under agreement that systemic racism and the wickedness of white people in the past and some in the present are the reason as to how we got to this point. Or it is the reason why we got here, but it's not the reason or the excuse for why we are still here. And I think based on how we examine the situation, I think it's easy to get caught up into a cycle of victim oppression by constantly reliving things that you never lived in the first place. And so I think everybody can't have the conversation because it's extremely sensitive. Everybody doesn't understand the dynamic of the situation and the manipulation that goes on in this country. When we talk about culture, you're right. There is a lot of pride in a lot of different countries. That's a fact. But that doesn't mean that Black people can't have the exact same thing. So everything comes down to a choice. No matter how you skin it, it always falls back on the feet of Black people. And so the question is, do we truly have the power to make the change? And it's yes. You know, I believe Black people have all the power. Just because you don't acknowledge you have the power doesn't mean you don't have the power. Everything is about perception, and perception is reality. So when we start looking at the perception of the people in this country, it's very telling. So when you have someone on the outside to say, hey, listen, you guys, if you make these adjustments here, you know, everything will work itself out. And it's like, well, no, you can't say that because now you're being this or you're being that. And people tend to miss the message. The reality is you do have people who come to this country and are very disrespectful from other walks, from, you know, Africa or the Caribbean, and they are rude and they do look down. And then you have the opposite too. So my thing is, I just encourage people to distinguish between those who have good intentions, who are coming out of love and out of good faith to have a discussion. Because at the end of the day, we're all looked at as the same. And when we get stopped, we get pulled over, no one cares about what origin or whatever your bloodline is. It's irrelevant, right? You know, unfortunately, this country has marketed Black skin as being a threat, and therefore everybody falls under that. And so this is a race between races. And if we're not racing as a team, then we're easily picked apart. And that's exactly what you see over here.
Facts. Baz, you want to get back over the net, Baz?
Yeah, I mean, the conversation went from Pookie to Ray Rays to like the introspective about FBA and Caribbeans and brothers and sisters, Black, but I just want to make mention, like, on the Pookie and Ray Ray thing, right? Everybody has some type of historical beginning, right? So when we go to any country, like when I went to Dominican Republic, it's important that I know the cultural history. I can't come there and claim something. I got to understand the history. There's a Carfax. You have a problem, a historical medical problem. There's a medical history. There's a job history. You have a school history. You know, when we get in relationships, you want to know her relationship history. You know, you want to know, you know, you have a school history. And I'm saying all of this because when we was talking about the Pookie and Ray Rays, you say, you know better, you do better. Well, you got schools in the U.S. that just operate off of, you know, I'm privileged and this is how the rules are going to work. That's why you have school shootings. That's why you have all kind of other things that happen in school. We don't have those controls. And because we're not teaching our own, we're subject to whatever happens at school. So as a Pookie, you know, I can't really refer to someone as a Pookie or a Ray Ray unless this person is operating out of a destructive mindset, because some people just don't know. I have family members I can't even bring to my house because they just don't know how to behave, because they ain't never been in a certain setting. They ain't been around certain people. You know, me, fortunately, I've been in all kind of different settings. I've been in corporate settings. I've been in business settings. I've been in prison settings. So I kind of like can move around in different aspects of how to deal with our Blackness, our heritage, our lineage. And as far as like FBA, we have a cultural presence. We created the music that everybody listens to in the world. We're the byproducts of lights, railroads, of everything that you see in America that is great. We built it. We built the empire that everybody can come to and stay claiming, but it ain't that we don't have, we just want people to understand that our history is to be respected, man. And everybody want a chunk of what we do, what we put down. You know, my ancestors, they bled, they marched, they did certain things to kind of give us privileges that now you have those in the higher positions that are letting people on the outside, which we don't know your history, we don't know your background, your culture, we don't know how you operate in your country. You come here and you go to speaking ill and speaking out of your neck, and you don't understand the historical context of how we got here, why you have these privileges, how you're able to get here. Because if I'm correct, Marcus Garvey, his mission didn't get going in Jamaica. His mission didn't get going overseas. His mission got going when he got here around foundational Black Americans, because it was a spirit here. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it's about. It's about us understanding each other's historical context, where we come from, whether it be a Pookie, a Ray Ray, a Richie Mack, or a Big Bads. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's where I'm at with it.
Okay. So, Gail, you want something on that?
It's kind of off topic, because it was a thing I think me and Nathan discussed before about FBA and ADOS. How do we know if we're FBA or ADOS?
Right.
Yeah, let me touch on that real quick, because I think Bass brought up a good point. I think if we're not careful, we create an unnecessary division amongst each other, which is going to be by design, right? And I think, to your point, yeah, Marcus Garvey, his movement didn't take off as he wanted to in Jamaica, and he came to the U.S. and it did take off. He did a great job, as we know. The reality, though, is this. I think what Gail is alluding to is that we get into this thing where we start looking at each other as enemies, right? And so simply because we have a difficult time having an honest and genuine conversation. Point taken, what Bass said, he's absolutely correct. I respect, and I've had my parents tell me this too. You know, there was no way they would come to this country as it was prior to the 1800s. Obviously, you know, Black Americans paved the way for everybody to come here in a place where you can come here and make money. So it's not discrediting the blood, the sweat, and the tears and the horrors that took place in this country. But the reality is we are all interconnected more than we want to give ourselves credit for, right? And again, like I tell people all the time, we had slaves in Jamaica too. You know, I could trace my lineage all the way from the natives of that island, and the mixture of when slaves were brought here. They took some of the most violent slaves from other colonies and sent them to Jamaica. So again, when you look at Haiti, you look at Jamaica, you look at South America, you look at parts of Mexico, we are all victims of colonialism, right? And so it's just one of those things where it's like it's easy to sit here and divide ourselves unnecessarily. The reality is we all want to come together and make things better. Right. And so I think one of the unique things, like with my channel, is I have a unique experience with the profession that I was in as an officer. And so now I'm using that to educate people and bring insight to a very complex issue. And what ends up happening is people don't want to listen to the message because they believe, since I'm not a descendant of a slave in this country, though a descendant of a slave from another country, right? It's almost like what I have to say is not relevant. And so when we start pushing back on positive feedback, healthy feedback, things that'll help us course correct, simply because we don't like what's being said, that becomes counterproductive. And so unfortunately, within what I've known about a lot of FBA or Black Americans who were descendants, is that a lot of times they don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. And so I think when you look at things from a perspective, we want to make sure we are respecting the history, respecting the tragedy and everything that took place, and no one is taking that away. The question now is, what are we going to do moving forward? And I think a lot of times people don't like having that part of the conversation. So as soon as you start saying, okay, all right, now we heard all that. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, what can we do starting tomorrow? What can we do moving forward? What can we do collectively as a group? And one thing that I've noticed from my experience having these conversations is a lot of people want to stay in the past and then not actually talk about what progression looks like. You're not going to change races. You can't regulate somebody's heart, right? You have no control over anybody else but yourself. And sometimes the conversation always leads into what white people are doing, why white people make it hard for us when we don't see the power that we have, and the fact that we need to understand why we are being manipulated to be to this slavery 2.0 that's going on in this country today.
All right, two things I want to say, just two things. The first thing is that, and a lot of people not gonna like what I'm gonna say here. It is what it is. You can't save all black people. You just can't. This system in the United States has mentally damaged, I would hate to say the majority. It's a large amount. The system in the United States has damaged a large amount, and I'm really trying not to say the majority, of black people to the point where it's beyond repair. It's beyond repair. At the same time, I would just say it's going to be hard, and those that are not damaged beyond repair. So you have those that's damaged beyond repair, right? But then you also have those that are now financially in a very bad predicament. And then they see somebody who looks like them, but didn't come from the States, or even people who don't look like them, maybe an immigrant who comes from another place and is automatically ahead of them when their family has struggled and bled for that. And those people might be able to be changed, but the fact that they feel as though there's a separation or an advantage by an immigrant, or not just a Caribbean or something like that, or African, but an immigrant, they can never get over that. So you have the people who just won't ever be able to change because of the miseducation we've had, and the people who just won't ever get over that. And no matter how smart they are, how do you get over your family did all this stuff, and now you're behind someone who just comes over here and they never pay dues? And a lot of people won't agree with this, but check this out. Nike charges $150 for a sneaker that they buy in China for $44. It then comes over here to the States and the resellers buy it, and it's sold to us for $300. And our people buy that for $300, something that costs $45. Nike's made a big profit. When does Nike ever pay reparations for being able to operate in a place that was owned by the Native Americans and cultivated by Black Americans?
Well, see,
I'm just giving you an insight of how a lot of Black Americans feel.
But the reality is nobody cares about the feelings, though.
Right.
And I think the problem is we have too many people who are trying to look at the world through a lens of morality, as if the reality is this: nobody cares about 400 years ago, right? Nobody cares about 400 years ago except for Black people.
We do.
I know. I'm not saying. I'm saying the reality.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, nobody cares. And I think the problem is Black Americans want other people to care just as much as they do. And the reality is America doesn't care. And the sooner we realize that and kind of wake up to that idea that nobody gives a damn, then I think we'll start shifting our mindset. The problem is we want white people to fix and atone what they did. They're not going to do that.
Never gonna happen.
And so the thing is, yes, they should do it. In a world of morality and right and integrity, yes, they should. But they're not. Why? Because it's about money. It's always been about money. This is a game about economics, right? Here's what happened, right? It's a monopoly board, right? And we all know how monopoly works. If you start playing the game 2 days late, you're done, right? Everybody bought up all the houses. So what happened was, this is a game of monopoly in real life, and Black people were taken or sold from West Africa, right? We know how the slave trade went. And they were brought to this country. They were used, abused, chattel slavery, right? They built up this nation. These families, these couple families got all this wealth, right? And then all right, we're going to let Black folks play now. Well, they're playing and they're already behind. So we get that. What white America is saying is, hey, sorry that our ancestors did that to you guys. I wish you the best. That's where we are right now. What I see happening is Black people making a moral argument. Moral arguments are based on feelings. The logical argument is nobody cares. What are you going to do about it? It's competition. This is war. And what happens in war? You have to fight. So no one's going to give you power. Black people right now, we have all the power. We're the number one spenders in this country. We spent $1.6 trillion last year during a damn pandemic. So we have money. The problem is we're not disciplined with the money, right? The education system is against us, but one would argue that we're not educating ourselves. The responsibility is all on us. I think we want white people to fix what they created, and they're not going to. And I think the moment we realize that is when we start shifting our thinking and start doing more for self. So the reality is we keep talking about the system. The system is what it is. How do you fix it? You have to create your own system. It's just that simple. You have to pull yourself out of white institutions and build your own systems. You guys, it's not hard. The problem is the mind, right? And then you brought up Marcus Garvey. What did he say? Emancipate yourself from mental slavery, right? So that's a real thing. The reality is the mind is damaged. The mind has been taken over. It's on us to fix the problem. You said we're too far gone. I would have to push back on that. I would say you're not accurate. The reality is the truth of the matter is you have to change the environment in which you plant seeds in. If you're planting seeds in bad soil, you're going to get bad fruit. And that's exactly what's taking place. We don't even control our own image. You see what Kanye West is going through right now, right? The fact that a billionaire is being silenced on what he wants to say is telltale signs, right? We understand who's running the entertainment industry, right? This is a multi-billion-dollar business, and we're playing into it. 80% of the athletes of football and basketball players are Black, and they don't own any damn teams, right? What makes it so hard for these brothers to say, I'm not going to sign up? So the collective power that we have is astronomical. The fact that we're not using it is on us, right? So it all falls back on us, and we're giving white people way too much power, right? They're not as gifted and talented as you think. They're just good at manipulating business and manipulating people. And so at the end of the day, we're trendsetters, right? We're inventors. We're workers, hard workers. We have money because we spend a lot of it, right? We might not save anything, but we spend a lot of money, right? We own 1% of the wealth, yet we spend money on everything. $1.6 trillion are the number one consumers in this country. We consume way too much and we don't save. People say it's the mindset, it's education, cool. Then who's educating to fix the problem? What schools do you know that we have where Black people are predominantly creating the curriculum, right? And we had a brother out here not too long ago, shout out to him. He said he's going to open up a school for Black folks. We haven't seen it yet, right? Yes. So again, he's FBA, right? He's FBA. So make it make sense.
I'm making this right here. Remember, I said.
Let me give a pushback real quick, Flyboy.
Right.
Let me give some pushback. Let me give a little pushback. Now, in terms of like you were saying, in terms of like, well, for 400 years, you know, white folks, we're looking for white people to kind of give us reparations, right? And we're owed reparations, right? And what we're doing is, I think that unification, and you're right on that, unification is the strongest thing. And in terms of education, let me say this: if you were in your country, right, and your home country originally, where your people come from, or where your mother or your grandmother, or where you originally were, if you was there and you uplifted and pulled yourself up in the economy, in the structure of the government where you were, and you pulled yourself up and you became successful and you rose your people up out of that situation with that structure, I think it'll be sound advice. But then the thing is when you come here in a place where systematically, yes, we've been oppressed systematically, Jim Crow, we've gone through all of these, we've had Black Wall Street, all of this stuff happened. You know, gentrification in our neighborhoods, running railroad tracks through our neighborhoods. But I'm saying in terms of that, you know, once you know that history and you understand the history and the system, that's what Kanye is doing. Kanye is giving pushback because even though he has the money, and you say that Black people have money, yeah, we have money. Yeah, they'll give us money, but the money don't equal power. You know, it's you know, they told him to take his money out of the bank. His money is no good. A lot of times our money doesn't push the envelope when it comes to the system. Because I don't care how much Bill Cosby had all the money he can have, but he was a billionaire that was just in jail. He just got jailed. Right? But the system itself, we got to change the system. In order to change the system, we got to have our own system. You're correct about that.
Let me say this, Bad, because I think people see the work that I'm doing because I have a unique experience since I've been here. But people don't see the work. I do a lot of work in Jamaica too. I go back all the time and do work in Jamaica. My voice is heavy there too in the community where I grew up. My family's from the country, right? So I do a lot of things. You know, America's a land of opportunity. This is a diverse melting pot, right? I think I don't know the number it ranks on diversity, but we have about 40% of the world's most nationalized people in this country from all different nations, I would say. So this country is full of immigrants. This is an immigrant country, right? It is what it is, and it's a free for all, right? So yes, Black Americans been through a lot. No one is saying that. No one's taken away from that. No one can ever give you guys the credit that you deserve, your descendants and ancestors deserve. Like, no one is saying that. What we're saying is, what do you do moving forward? What do we do moving forward? There's a lot that we can do. All I'm saying is we have more power than we're giving ourselves credit for. They have less power than you guys are giving them credit for. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying it's a mind thing. It's not necessarily do we have or we don't have. I think the reality is this. We're in positions of power. The issue is we don't work collectively as a group. And so again, I think, case in point, I plan on doing a video because of the connections that I work with in Jamaica, the nonprofits I work with in Jamaica, especially in the country where my family is from. The governor or the government down there in Jamaica, right? Let's put this out here because I plan on doing a video about it. They are banning violent gang music. They're banning high sexualized music from being aired, music and entertainment from being aired to the masses because it's having a negative impact on the youth. And so when you start seeing people trying to address issues, this is the power that we have. The problem is collectively, Black people coming together will fix every single problem. Working within each other, bringing our money together. We have everything we need. We just don't work together. It's just that simple. And to your point, yes, the system is an issue. Then we have to create our own. You know, I think one of the biggest problems I have is I'll say a lot of things. And then when you look at people who glorify folks like Malcolm X, they glorify people like Louis Farrakhan. And then you realize that they themselves, right, are not completely ADOS or FBA, right? And so there's a lot of prominent people in this country who have spoken up, who have defended and advocated for Black Americans who are not Black Americans by descendant, but are descendants of Black Americans. And then this question becomes, in how valid is a person's voice? You know, what if my family came here, you know, maybe 4 or 5 generations ago? Does that make my voice less valid simply because they weren't a direct descendant of slaves from America? You get what I'm saying? So I think we get lost in the conversation when we're trying to talk about empowerment. My channel is all about empowerment. And at the end of the day, I want to see all of our people do well, no matter where they are on the globe. You know, I took an oath to serve people in general, regardless of what their skin color, their gender, their religion. It doesn't matter. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Yes, reparation is owed. Are they going to do it? I don't think they are. Is there a way to make them do it? Absolutely, there's a way to do it. Are we willing to do it though? Right? What's required to make them do it? You have to pull your money out. We can't even go 2 days boycotting online, right? So when we look at things, the discipline has to be there. The strategy has to be there. And we have to understand it's about money. Take your money out. Martin Luther King did the bus boycotts 365 days before they let up, right? What are we willing to sacrifice for a whole year in order to get what we want? In Atlanta, they didn't have Black police officers. And you know what they end up doing? They said, hey, if you want these 40,000 Black votes in the city of Atlanta, we need to give us about 6-7 police officers, and we want them to be Black. And you know what they did? They gave it to them. We need to understand how power works, how it moves, and how to leverage our money properly. That's not what's going on here. We gave all our money to someone like a Black Lives Matter organization, and they tricked it off on transgender stuff. And so again, the reality is, if we're not utilizing our power properly, we're not coming together properly, we're not leveraging our economic power properly, then we're not going to get anything properly. That's how you play the game. We're not playing the game properly, and we're doing more talking than we are actually acting. And I think now I will say this, there are people in pockets that are doing amazing jobs. The problem is we have to all come together collectively. Look what happened to Ice Cube when he said, hey, you guys, we need to make sure we talk to both sides. You know who drug them through the mud? Black people did.
The women, yeah.
Black women specifically. So you know what happened when Steve Harvey went up to the White House to talk about black issues for foundational black Americans? He came down and foundational black Americans drug him through the mud. So the problem is this: we got to talk about the self-inflicted hatred that happens when people try to do for the people as a collective. You know, a lot of things we do are self-inflicted, and we got to address the hatred and the division amongst each other, or you can't come out here and attack any type of system.
I don't know if people do the research. You know, Black Wall Street wasn't the only time black people came together, built something, and I don't say white.
They destroyed about 30, 40 cities in the United States that were black cities.
So see, this is where I think us travelers take apart. And I do agree with a lot of stuff Malcolm X did. I understand his family's from the islands as well. I feel as though working together, like you said, is great. But here's the thing. When you build in the United States, no matter how much we come together, every single time it happened, it was destroyed. We know our history. This is where I think us travelers come into play. Because see, as black United States citizens, as black Americans, whether you're from the Caribbean, whether you're from your state.
So do you stop?
As black United States citizens, we are the most powerful economical blacks in the world. In the world, as a group, we're the most powerful economic blacks in the world because America, United States, is the #1 economy in the world. So whereas every time we build as black United States citizens, it gets destroyed here, we as travelers understand that we can take our funds from the States and build other places. We can build in Thailand. We can build in Dominican Republic. We can build back in Jamaica. We can build in Haiti. We can build these places. And this is where the change is going to start. You see, people are just learning about travel. Black people are just learning about travel. Only 17% of black people travel. And of that 17%, only 7% of men. So now that we are, as black people, men and women are learning about travel, we can now take our economical gains and build in communities where that they are not looking to tear us down if we get too big. We can see hip hop, and real quick, hip hop is something that's changing the world. It's not just a musical thing, it's a culture. And the difference between what hip hop is doing and what, like I said, don't say white, I say European. With the difference between what hip hop is doing and what European history did is European history colonized. It went into a country. It went into India. It destroyed. It rebuilt based on European. It came to the United States. It destroyed Native Americans and built again based on European things. It did the same thing around the globe. The only place that was able to resist it, I believe, was Japan. China did the exact same thing. And what I'm saying is that hip hop, it was a way of integration. The reason why hip hop is the #1 culture, not just genre of music, but the #1 culture is in the world, is not because it went and colonized all these places. It's because people took their culture and integrated it with hip hop. And because it is the #1 culture in the world, it allows us black people to take our culture and build other places and integrate it, not colonize Jamaica. Not colonize Colombia, not colonize Brazil, but go and integrate. And that's what I feel as though the older teachers, that the older black people from the United States that tried their way, they never knew about travel. And just like when Malcolm X finally went to Mecca, and he seen the lighter skinned Muslims and the black, and I'm not any religion, but and the black skinned Muslims getting together, he opened his whole mind. See, because travel is what changes, and that's what I think we need to focus on. Stop trying to build this thing that you're talking about in the United States.
Well, Flyboy, let me say this. Let me say this. This is the problem. So, Flyboy, are you FBA?
What? FBA?
Are you a foundational Black American? Are you ADOS? Are you?
Meaning my grandmother. Yeah.
So this is the unique thing. You made a statement that other people have said. Where, why are we focusing so much here when we can take our resources elsewhere and build in another country? Now, if I were to say that, I've heard other people say that, and they've got trashed by folks who are FBA, right? Lineage, because they're saying that our family, and I didn't hear anybody get no pushback on what he just said. So I want to be clear and point this out, right? Because it's not hypocrisy, but I will say this. What's interesting is you've had people in the past who have made that argument that if you're not wanted here, why not leave and go somewhere else and build if you feel like that's a better route? You just made a statement and said, why don't we take our resources and go elsewhere? I've heard that's a big no-no when it comes to the FBA movement, simply because their ancestors bled and died in this land, and they have a right to this land. So we're not giving up this land. We're not giving up this territory. I will say this, though. I will say, if Black people ever decide to get up and walk away out this country, people would pay to keep you to stay here. That's how powerful our presence is in this country. If Black people were to ever get up and decide to leave, the country's economy would fall apart. They can't afford to allow that to happen. Somebody has to be at the bottom. Who's going to pick the bottom spot? If we had to choose, we have Asians, Hispanics, we have Indians, you have Blacks, you have whites, right? These are the top 5. Someone has to be at the bottom. Who's going to give up their spot?
You misconstrued the statement when I said. When I say build otherwhere, that doesn't mean leave here. That means build other places that you can have. Like, for example, I'm from New Jersey, right?
Right.
I own property in New Jersey, but I also own a condo in Miami. When I want to get away from the madness that happens in New Jersey, I go to Miami. I teach people about how to own property out of the state, because when the lockdown happened, you couldn't do nothing in New Jersey. Right. But in Miami, they was allowing you to do whatever you wanted to do. That's the same thing I preach to other people. And the reason why I say don't leave completely the United States is because the United States is going to be the #1 economy for a long time. I don't care what anybody says. For a long time, because it's so far ahead because of all the free labor. No other country is ever going to be able to catch back up with the United States. It's
let me ask you.
So far ahead.
So let me ask you, Ambassador, so everybody on the channel who's on here right now, if you could say the top 3 things that Black Americans we all need to do to start going in the right direction, what are the solutions? I'm a problem solver.
Yep.
And so because I'm a problem solver, I look at things from a very, very strategical standpoint. I don't put non-controlling factors into my solutions to solve the problem. I can't control what white America decides they want to do. I can't control politicians.
Facts.
So now knowing that, understanding that, I look at the entire problem without even factoring them in as a variable.
Facts.
And so because of that, give me 3 solutions that Black Americans that we can do that won't require the help of politicians, that won't require the help of white America, and won't require the help of reparations. If those things are absolutely no, I would love for a president to come up and say, hey, y'all, listen, all due respect, we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I want Baz to take that. Wait, I want Baz to take that. Baz, he asked a question.
How do you take reparations out of it?
Wait.
I'm finna answer his question, but I'm saying because he at the end he said without reparations. Because I'm saying
because we're never gonna get it, and it's something.
No. That is your mentality. Right. That is your mentality, Richie. All right, that may be. This is what I'm saying. That may be his mentality. That may be your mentality. Okay. Because at some point, okay, let's go back a little bit. 400 years ago, we was in slavery, correct?
Yeah, but wait, real quick.
Okay,
I'm gonna let you go. But
okay, go ahead.
Can I?
Let me answer it.
Somebody saying something. One lady saying something.
Go ahead, Gail.
Yeah, I wanted to answer Nathan's question because I also have to run. Nathan asked for 3 things, 3 solutions that Black people can do, right, Nathan? That's what you said?
Correct.
Yeah.
I would say put more emphasis on 2-parent households and taking our kids out to the public school system and homeschooling them. There's even homeschool channels on YouTube that you can watch that's not as liberal. So your kids won't learn about, the rainbow and all the agendas that they're trying to push. So that's number 1 that I would say. Number 2, Nathan mentioned it earlier, focus on our budget, focus on where we put our money. We're putting way too much money in the beauty industry, putting way too much money on BBLs and, all these things that we don't need, wasting too much money. And then number 3, I would say Black people need to focus more on real estate and actually owning properties. Yeah, that's my 3 solutions that I can think of without government assistance or, without waiting for the system. But I do have to go vacuum. So I gotta run.
Hey, but Chantel, I was gonna get back to Chantel, but just first of all, really quick, those were answers. Those were solutions. See, we don't, when me and Baz do it, we go back and forth in the history. And 400 years ago, she just gave straight up solutions right then and right there.
Yeah, but I try to give context.
What'd you say? Go ahead.
No, all I'm saying is I just try to give context before I add my answers, because then it's like, okay, where you get that from? You pull that out your butt? No, I try to give context. But you trying to stop that because you just want a straight answer. Like, is the sky is blue? Yeah, the sky is blue. Like you just want a straight answer. Like, dude, life don't work like that. You go anywhere in this world, everything ain't just a straight answer.
Well, go to LA. So you're saying her straight answer wasn't good enough?
No. I'm saying that's what I'm talking about. History. If I go to Dominican Republic, what applies in Dominican Republic don't apply in my hood. What applies in Thailand don't apply in LA. It's just different perspective. So you gotta understand the details in the answer. So when I give you my answer, it just won't be an answer that that appeases that appeases you. Now I'm gonna give you my three. I'm gonna give you my three.
Let's just hear it because she gotta go.
Okay. I'm gonna give you my three. Number one, first and foremost, we gotta change our politics, our mental politics. Being in the process in terms of like Democrat, Republic, we need to understand the differences in the games that's being played and used when it comes to politics, because these are the laws that are created, injustices that happen through politics. And number two is be on code. We got to be on code. We don't know what being on code is. It's always, that's why you got your Candace Owens. That's why you got your Kanye West. They get up and say something that's in line with a liberal, that's in line with a racist, and they can get away with it because we never on code as Black folks. We never hold each other accountable. And number three is unification in terms of our finances. We need to have unification when it comes to our finances. We go to everybody else eateries, everybody else spot. We spend money with everybody else, but we don't spend money with each other. We always want something for nothing. We always, you know what I'm saying? So these are the three things that help us in these United States. I don't know about anywhere else in the country because I don't live there. I'm talking about here. Too many division, too much dividing. We ain't on code, and everybody always debating, well, is Trump good? Is Biden good? But both of them suck. So what's happening there? So what's up with politics?
So you want to go next?
Yeah, I was. Chantel has to go, and she's been patiently waiting.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let me. No, that's okay. But I'm still. The difference was she answered deliberately and gave straight answers. We're talking about, and I get what you're saying about being on code because that's the foundation of everything. But my problem with that is, how do we all get on code? Because you're saying what we need to do instead of the solution.
There's a deeper rooter.
Let me give you a solution. Let me give three solutions. Let me give my three solutions.
All right.
In fact, Gail,
go ahead.
All right. So my three solutions are simple. We first have to be financially free before anything. We have to be financially free, because if you got to go work for somebody, if you got to go work for somebody, they can fire you at any time to change your whole life. We got to be financially educated and free. I consider this all the same thing. Financial education, we got to be financially free. We got to be financially literate. That's the first thing, because without changing that, you got to just go with the crowd. You can't do nothing. Unless you're going to live on the street. Secondly, we got to travel. And I don't mean travel to go to destinations like just to enjoy vacations. There's nothing wrong with that, but I don't mean that. We got to do inclusive travel, because no matter who you are, you don't really know who you are until you see how the whole world sees you, not just the country you're from. Because if you only know the country you're from, you don't even know who you are. Facts. You don't see yourself on a worldly basis.
Facts.
And then the last thing we got to do is we have to truly understand that you can't save all Black people. Because the more you hang around with people who do not believe or have the morals or the values, and they don't even mean just Black people, forget the color. The more you hang around people who don't have the same values as you, who don't believe in the same values of succeeding as you, the less likely are you to go anywhere else but where you're at for the rest of your life. Those three things have changed changed everything.
All right, so we are different perspectives that were really, really good. We gotta let Chantel go. Chantel, the reason why I kept you on is because I was trying to get back in the chat, but the conversation is so good, I don't want to mess up everything, mess up the flow. But you see everybody talking about your accent, right?
Yeah.
I go and got it.
So you know that accent is a hit, right? So I'm just letting you know, the more you talk, the more people want to listen. So thank you so much. Let me read these super chats. Pathfinder on Earth, $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. I just want you to give a little closing statement, Chantel, before you leave, so they can hear your accent. Poolman 313. I listen to jazz music more now. Yes. M Tech $2 said love Chantel's accent. So there we go. Like a woman with an accent, man. Chantel, do you realize how powerful your accent is? Do you understand that?
No, I don't, because I'm surrounded by so many people with accents. So for me, it's like
we love accents, though. I mean, I know I do. Even Gail's accent. Gail got a little Southern Belle accent. I just love. Most men do. I do. I love accents. So they were talking a lot about your accent, Chantel. So just know the accent is dope. Don't change nothing. Andre Brooks. So that says that's Thai. You can't save the black community in the States. Get your passport and do like I did and move to Thailand. Damn, you live in Thailand now? Shit. That's what happens when you leave. Like Flyboy Way was saying, man. We're looked at completely different everywhere in the world except for at home, man.
I would want to know if Andre Brooks is FBA or ADOS, and I'm curious to know how other FBA feel about other FBA who make comments like that. Do you look at them as traitors? Do you feel like they've abandoned the cause? What are your? I'm curious. We can come back to it after you're done, Richie.
Yeah. I'm gonna read this last thing. I'm gonna let Chantel go because she's been sweet enough to just sit here and wait, watch us go back and forth. How will we work with sisters when most of them hate us? Well, I can't say most of them hate us, but I hear what you're saying. But Chantel, do you have any Andre Brooks say Flyboy is 100%. Chantel, do you have any parting words about this? What we said before you go?
No, it's a good conversation. I think it's a necessary conversation. This is one of the few conversations about, the FBAs and what we should do without, I've heard, without there's any screaming and cursing and, anybody getting too emotionally involved. So this is good. Again, Richie, thanks for having me. Sister Wives, good to see you. As always. And just take care, guys. Nice meeting everyone on the panel. Hey, Nathan.
Everybody throw a CS in the chat if you look at Chantel Simone's accent, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most level-headed female, like no feelings involved. She just says what she says. I'm just lucky she's on my side right now. Chantel, please don't turn the gun at me. We got a problem. You let me know we got a problem first. All right. I
would never turn a gun on you, Richie. Never.
Look at all them CSs. You see all them CSs in the chat? See what I'm saying? That accent.
We can't see. You got the big screen on, Richie.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you can't see the thing? Let me see. See, I'm learning. Gail's been teaching me. Let me see. Y'all can't see the CSs?
Okay.
It's on the right side of the whistling.
Can y'all see it?
Yeah.
They give them CSs. They love it. They love the accent. It is what it is, man. Andre Brooks do another 40 tie by Flyboy with 100% FBA. Okay, he says he's FBA, Nathan. He said he's FBA. I don't, me, I'm just black. So it is what it is. Andre Brooks is doing what's best for him. Salute. Okay. So Chantel, man, good talking to you. We will figure out your category and we will definitely talk and figure out some other things as well. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Bye, guys.
All right. Peace to you.
Salute.
Peace to you and your action. Look, everybody see us pull up on me. Somebody trying to say pull up on me. CS's, boy. Look at CS. You see what it is. Accent, man. Yeah, I'm telling you too, with y'all accents, y'all don't understand. You can make a man move mountains with them accents. Just talk, just be you. Be your natural.
That's true.
Yeah, man, that is awesome. So yeah, man. So Gail, we doing it again. We passed the 3-hour mark, so we ready to shut down. Flyboy.
Gail never told us how 3.
Huh?
Gail never gave us how 3.
Oh, Gail, you got Flyboy. Wait,
solution.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Oh, I was right on spot with Chantel, and I was going to give you guys as far as homes. I don't have a small child, but if I had a small child, I would definitely be homeschooling. I would never send my child out to a public school, but I do have friends. If anybody's interested, I have a friend in Baltimore who's a homeschool instructor. I have a friend in Atlanta, as well as a husband and wife couple has a homeschool in South Carolina, but that you can do it virtual as well. So I have those resources if anybody want it. They'll also, I think all three of them also will teach you and help you get certified to be to homeschool your own child. So the information is out there if y'all want it. Definitely I'll put it in the chat if I can get all of it at one time before we end the stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it in a few seconds, but I got to give a shout out to the Steel Curtain.
Shout out,
Steel Curtain, my guy. I don't know if you saw the stream earlier, man, but the new episode I'm working on, I give you a shout out because you sent me that thing from O'Shea. I appreciate you, brother, so much, man. Steel Curtain is just an all around, just straight up guy, man. I didn't get a chance to write you back. I'm telling you now publicly because I didn't have a chance to write you back yet because I was working on the episode. I was trying to surprise you, but I didn't got caught up with the jet lag and all that stuff. So thank you, Steel Curtain. I appreciate you, brother, for everything that you do. Thank you. Just had to get that off. So what else? Was somebody else? Oh, my other guy, Riviera Group, man. This dude is where are you at, Riviera Group? I saw you had a sponsor somewhere. He's really, really, really been helping me behind the scenes, man, giving me all kind of good advice and stuff like that. And I got to give a shout out to him. He's really been helping. Mad Dollars Gaming's in the building too. Okay, I'm missing all this. Make your money bounce more than once. 2, create. There you go, Mad Dollars Gaming. Give it his. All right, 1, make your money bounce more than once. 2, create a black think tank. We have none. Facts. 3, sue the government for the land taking and our that's never going to happen. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is the conversation I have with Baz, and we go back and forth. We do this is why it's fun when we do it around other people, because then we get some people agree with Baz's mentality, some people agree with my mentality. No one's right or wrong. We just got our ways of getting at it. But my whole thing is, all the time we spend trying to get people to give us reparations, which they're never going to give us, and we can say whatever we want. But like I told Baz, and I'll tell Baz again, we'll have the same conversation a year from now. We'll have the same conversation 5 years from now. We'll have the same conversation 10 years from now. And one of us is going to be right. And one of us is going to be wrong. We just have to see who that is. I just can't see anybody that's not respected getting reparations. See people like when Jews, Japanese in World War II, other people, they had a country behind them. They had a whole a flag, a history, everything. We can't even agree on the weather. We can't agree on what just like Nathan said earlier, when Ice Cube came with a dope idea, he got attacked before he could even get to the idea. So how do you do that? Like everybody says something, like I'm not gonna mention anybody's name, but there's people on this panel. I had an argument about Obama being the symbolism of what he has as a president. Obama's the shit. And a lot of people, some people disagree with me. And I'm like,
man, Obama trash.
Wait, symbolism? Well, that ain't
Obama trash.
I agree symbolism. But I said I agree. I just want to make sure you said I had to clear my ears.
I said symbolism. I said symbolism.
I agree. Symbolism.
But I'm saying at minimum, I think of them way more than symbolism. But I'm saying if we can't agree on nothing, we can agree on the symbolism of what that meant from going from slavery to what's face. And then Bass, since you opened up the gate, Bass said, well, he ain't from America. His father's from Africa. He ain't really black. Whoa. See, we get caught up into the woods. We get caught up in all of that, and we miss the point. And before you know it, it's another 50 fucking years going by. And that's what happened. Like before, that's why, like in California, like Nathan was talking about the bottom of the totem pole. I'm not trying to put anybody on blast, but it was kind of like the poor people were usually Hispanics that did the more menial jobs, generally speaking. But guess what? They're organized now. They have seats in Congress now. They have their own businesses. They have their own. They have everything, and had nothing to begin with. And everybody's passing them
because someone put them in position. Richie, if you study the system, look at the system. Look at how they gentrify in California, where you live at. They gentrified that. They put them in position to be in place of you. They put them in position.
So you're telling me? Wait, I just want to make sure I got this right. So you're telling me immigrants that couldn't speak the language, that figured out a way to get here, that started their business.
Yes.
They didn't do it on their own. Hold
up. When an immigrant come across that border, how do you think? You think they come across the border with this government letting them in with nothing? With zero? They have nothing. So how they get housing? How they being fed? How they get the materials to use? Because I do certain type of work, and they start companies. They get LSCs. They get bank loans.
See, hold on.
I think. Hold on. They get all of this. I'm privy to it because I have my own business. I do the same type of work. I watch them go in the bank and get these loans to start these businesses, get these houses. They get the jobs. We don't get the jobs.
Time out.
I'm just telling you that
it's always too much. Time out. So you're telling me that, wait a minute. You're telling me illegal immigrants can go in a bank and get a loan?
Yes, they're driving here without licenses.
Everybody's watching this. You're telling me illegal immigrants.
They're getting loans. They're getting jobs. They're getting cars. They drive with no license. They can vote with no ID, no license.
I thought you were talking about business loans.
No, I'm talking about businesses. They are getting they are helped, brother. What are you talking about?
So hold on, real quick, Big Baz.
Yeah.
So I think one of the misconceptions, because that's not.
What's a misconception?
What you're saying is, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying you're not accurate, right? Because I think it's easy to look at what's going on and not really understanding what's taking place behind the scenes. They actually collectively pull their money together from people who are already citizens here. They start their own organization. They have their own committees. I'm telling you for a fact.
Okay.
So, and this is, let me say it this way. I can walk outside of my neighborhood right now, go 5 minutes. There's an entire strip 2 miles long that's all Asian owned. They own all the buildings. They go and patronize their own businesses. You go down another 30 minutes, it's all Hispanic community. They own all the businesses. They have their own banks. I can't even pronounce the name of the bank. They put their money in their own stuff. I can ask you, Big Baz, do you bank with a black-owned bank?
There are no black-owned banks over here where I'm at. There are no black-owned banks.
But this is 2022, Baz. Do you?
I know what it is. I know what it is. I lived in this country majority of my life. I know what the life is.
So
I
what
know
I'm saying,
how they set up these systems.
The question was, do you bank with a black-owned bank?
Huh?
The question was, do you bank with a black-owned bank?
There are no black-owned banks where I'm at. I don't bank with a black-owned bank.
No black-owned
banks. There is no
black-owned
banks.
There's no black-owned banks in Houston.
In Houston, Texas?
Yeah.
Is there not a Citizens Trust?
Well, the first black bank, one of the first black banks was in Houston. It was a movie about it called The Banker, but it did. I don't know if it's still around.
So here's the thing. The thing is, we have our own resources. We can't be mad if we're not using our own resources. There are black-owned banks. We can put our money in. Black people get loans for businesses. There are a lot of successful black people who are FBA and ADOS that are doing a phenomenal job in this country. I think we don't give ourselves enough credit, you guys. The reality is, Chantel made a good point when I asked her for her 3 points. Nobody else up here, or so far who has gone, has covered these things, right? Family is the most important thing that needs to be promoted within this country and this community, right? And I think we keep talking about other things like politics and money and staying on code, but the reality is none of those things happen before you get family together. Family is the #1 biggest priority. That's what
how do you sustain a family with no funds, with no finances?
But see, black people were sustaining families with no funds and no resources. The issue is the culture has changed, right? It's not popular to have a family anymore. It's not popular to be a father. It's not popular to be a mother, right? So again, we've taken.
Wait, have you been poor in America before? Did you have a father and mother? Have you been poor in America before?
So are you telling me that poverty is the reason why people aren't successful?
We're not even great. We're not saying reasons. You literally said you can raise a family without money, and I had to ask, well, have you came from that environment? Because if you haven't came from poverty, brother, and you talking about you can do it.
So you're telling me? So are you telling me everybody who came from poverty does not have the ability to be successful?
It's the majority.
We're not. But see, that's the thing.
I base things on the majority, bro. See,
so the problem is
that you haven't been through. That's why people take it disrespected. Because if
that's not disrespectful. It's making.
I'll give you an example. Because if you come from a place where you had a mother and father, you come from a place where you didn't have to eat oodles and noodles 10 times a week, and you talking out of a place that you don't know, it's disrespectful.
So do you need me? So here's the problem. Do you need me to bring somebody up here who had that experience to tell you the exact same thing as I'm saying?
The majority of people up there that made it out of that.
But the problem is we keep trying. You have Oprah Winfrey who was eating roaches out of a cereal box.
That's Oprah. You naming the wrong people, brother.
Why is she not black? Is she not black?
Yeah,
Did she have poverty?
If I have 10 people, right? If I have 10 people, and
we're missing the point.
Only 2 of them made it out, and you keep basing everything on that too.
I'm not basing it.
Wait. I gotta get pushback. I gotta get pushback. You gotta understand, there is no 2 people no more. You got NFL players. You got NBA players.
You're naming the wrong people. They don't make up the majority of blacks. They don't make up the majority of us. They don't represent us.
The majority of black people are not poor. The majority of black people are not poor. I think. Why are you guys assuming?
Google that. Google it.
Just Google it right now.
Majority of black people are poor in this country.
The point I'm making when I got interrupted was these NFL players, these boxers, these basketball players, every single one of them, 99% of them can say they came from poor with nothing. Every last one of them.
They are an anomaly.
My point.
They're an anomaly, man.
Come
on, man. The unicorns.
Here's my point.
Wait.
My point is, we have more opportunity if we banded together than anybody else. Like Nathan was saying earlier, y'all don't know this, but our spending power, black people's spending power in America is more than the country of Spain.
Yeah, consumers. We're consumers.
So if we have that kind of consumer spending power, we should have a lot more leverage in America.
Thank you.
There's no power without knowledge.
What you say?
Is a person that doesn't have the power because there's no knowledge. It's just consumed.
19.5% of black Americans live below the poverty line.
Where you get that from? 19 point what?
19.5. Census.
No, that's. I have.
No, the problem is we allow the media to impact how we view ourselves. Black people are doing extremely well in this country. Maybe not collectively, but individually doing a great job.
We're the lowest. We're the lowest. If you compare us to all other ethnicities,
I said poverty, but I said poverty though, right?
Yeah, we are in poverty.
Poverty is
poverty is very
subjective.
specific.
It's
no, it's not. That's poor. No, what you're talking about, there's a difference between being poor and being in poverty. One's a mindset and one's the reality. The reality is poverty is a specific definition that everybody's examined under the same definition. If you fall under this median income for a year based on you single or family or two people household, if you fall under a specific earning bracket, you're considered poverty. If we want to look at the data and the numbers, we can look it up.
Let me real quick, easy, simple example of that. If I make $30,000 in Newark, I'm in poverty. If I make $30,000,
let's look at the exact numbers.
If I make $30,000 in Florida, I'm living good. Do you see the difference why poverty is not the same everywhere?
So let's be clear, right? Let's be clear. The country has a definition for what poverty means, right? If you check a certain amount of boxes based on how much your income is in a given region of this country, you're considered living under poverty. If you live under that number amount that you make annually, it's considered poverty, right? Being poor is a mentality. Living in poverty is a reality. So again, what I'm saying to you is 19.5% of Black Americans live below the poverty line. Okay, so again, if you want to live in New York City and you're making X amount of dollars where you could literally live outside of that and your same money can get you out of that circumstance, a lot of people put themselves in bad financial situations. That has nothing to do with anything else other than a choice. So again, I can choose, I'm here in Georgia, I could choose to live in the city of Atlanta where I have to work 3 more jobs just to pay the rent, or I can take my ass 30 minutes out and live comfortably. That's a choice. So people living in New York I know people living in New York and they ate to a damn apartment. That's a choice, sir.
That's what I said. But the choice comes with knowledge. If you don't have the knowledge, you have no choice.
Again, okay, so then what comes first? Building better Black families or making a choice on who to vote for?
Wait. He asked me a question. Say it again.
So should it be the priority be repairing black families. Therefore, we can educate through those families. You can educate finance. You can educate knowledge and wisdom. You can pass on those things. You can educate about economics. The priority should be family. You said it yourself. You said financially free, right? You can't be financially free without the economic piece. The economic piece comes from a 2-family household, right? So they've already determined that if you have a single parent household, you're already operating within poverty, right? That's the fastest way to poverty, is doing it by yourself. So again, when you talk about taking trips and doing those things, the best way to secure that is having the family unit, the nuclear family together. That should be the number one priority in the mission.
I'm going to speak from my life experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Having a 2-family parent household is not what changes the poverty. It's not what changes the poverty. What changes the poverty is being educated about finances. It doesn't matter if you have two families in a household and neither one of your parents are educated on finances. Guess who's not going to be educated on finances? The kid is not going to be educated because the school ain't teaching you how to be financial education. So the 2-family household ain't the key. The key is financial literacy. Because without
the household ain't the key.
How do you get?
No, the key. It's not the key. I just broke it down. If you have a mother and father who are both not financially educated, you got a school system that's not teaching your kids to be financially educated. How is that kid going to be financially educated? If you got, look, for example, from my experience, I can only speak from my perspective. I didn't have a father who was financially educated because I didn't have a father in my life. My mother wasn't financially educated. She was in my life all the time. She was loving. She was there. I didn't have to ever worry about her not being there, except for when she was in a mental institution. My grandfather was super financially educated. I became financially educated because of that. A lot of my friends had mothers and fathers. Majority. None of them are financially at the part where I'm at. You know why? Not because they had mothers and fathers, but because my grandfather was financially educated. And I was financially educated through that. So financial education is what can take us out of this.
Yes, but we're talking about the values and the morals and the structures that are afforded to people who have 2-parent households. And I think being financially educated is one thing, and then living in poverty is another thing. You astronomically increase your poverty rate when you are doing it by yourself, when there's dysfunction in the household. 2 parents don't guarantee you anything. If you have 2 shitty parents, you might come out as a shitty person. The reality is, yes, we need 2 healthy-minded people coming together and having a family and building a strong nuclear family. So again, you could argue, one could argue that, yeah, I had 2 parents, but my dad was abusive, my mom was an alcoholic. So no, it's not so simple as we're saying, yeah, we just need 2 people in the home. No, you need 2 healthy adults coming together, mature people coming together and building a strong nuclear family in order to greatly, greatly reduce poverty from taking place. If we look at the data and pull up the statistics from the census, it'll tell you that the highest numbers of poverty come from single-parent households, male single-parent households and female. And that impacts everybody. It's not a color thing. That's just the facts across the board. That applies to every race, every gender. It doesn't matter.
Fact. Like, I'm a big follower of like Dr. Claude Anderson. Like, if it was up to me, Dr. Claude Anderson would be president. Like, I pretty much rock with him with everything. Whether y'all agree with that or not, that's my guy. That is my guy. So my question for you guys is like, I mean, we're potentially at the verge of a world war. We're potentially at the verge of all of these things going bad. How do you guys even think that giving a reparation is on anyone's radar? Like, I just don't understand how we would waste all that energy on something that is literally never going to happen. They've been promising 40 acres and a mule since Abraham Lincoln. They've been promising 40 acres and a mule.
What are they doing? What are they doing in Ukraine?
Huh?
What are they doing with the Ukrainians?
Making my point.
What are they doing with the Afghanistanians?
And that's the point. That's
what are they doing?
Let me answer you. You're making my point for me.
Yeah.
They're going to put their money in their best interest. The best interest is to have
the best interest of who? The best interest of who?
Best interest of America.
No, of the dominant society. Come on, say it. Y'all scared to say it. Of the dominant society.
You asked a question and now you said I'm scared. I'm
saying you y'all walking on eggshells. We ain't walking on no eggshells. It is what it is.
The answer, but it's just common sense. It's business.
It's business.
They don't care.
It's business, but bad.
For us, it's more than business. It's like it ain't even soft genocide. It's like straight genocide.
No.
So,
But Baz,
yes.
I think to your point, Baz, you're absolutely correct. You're looking at it from a place of morality, and we're
I'm not
telling you
looking
that,
at it for morality. I'm looking at it as reality. My
well,
everyday
it's
life.
reality. It's
I'm
reality.
looking at it from reality.
No,
It ain't
Baz,
this every day. I wake up, I'm living this, bro.
Baz, but
I
what I'm
gotta
saying,
go.
Baz, okay, as a businessman, Baz, as a businessman, I know a little bit about business. Let's talk business. If I can get everything I need from my employee and they're not complaining and they're not going to do anything about it, and I'm getting 100%, 110% profit return investment on them, and I don't have to give them nothing in return, and I know that they're going to keep giving me what I want, and I don't have to worry about giving them anything in return, am I going to change that? Or am I going to let it ride? Or is the goodness in my heart going to make me open up and treat them better? Right? So this is business. It's about economics.
Depending on how you was raised. How I was raised.
Right. And they're raised to make money.
If you're not giving me mines, I'm going to take it.
You're talking about the feelings behind. You're talking about the feelings, and we're talking about the money.
It's not. Listen, this is what I'm saying. Let me speak a little unpassionately, because when we talk passionately, it get confused for it's misrepresented a different way. I'm just telling you. Listen, I'm telling you, no one has ever gave us anything in this country, bro. I'm talking about from my grandmother, my great grandmother, and on down. They never gave us anything.
White people have given black people a lot in this country.
They haven't given us, man. Look, I don't even want to say the S word, but they haven't given us nothing.
So who helped free black people out of slavery?
Who helped freed us? What you mean? Who helped freed us?
Who helped free black people out of slavery?
Oh my goodness!
I'm asking a question.
So
what I'm saying, were white people not present? I'm just asking a question.
Were they present? Yeah, they was present.
Did they not die on the same battlefield?
They were present. But that's where you got to understand the history.
I understand the history. What I'm saying to you is you're making it seem like black people got up and did everything on their own without the assistance of anybody else.
No. Yes.
Can we get you guys' opinion? Because he just came in the room and just sitting there all quietly.
Go ahead. I don't want to overshadow.
Shout out to Tobias the Traveler. What's up, Tobias? How you doing, brother?
Oh, my life is amazing, man. Why? But get my words out. Get my words out. Life is amazing.
I love when we do this, man. How you doing, brother? You got any perspective on what's going on? What we talking about?
Oh, absolutely. I'm audible, right? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah. Very well.
Okay, great. So for me, man, I come from that single mother, right, who had 5 children. I do. I came from nothing, and my life is amazing because I built it. I knew that I had to take ownership of my life. I wasn't about to try to say white supremacy. I wasn't going to say, I went to a bad school system. I wasn't going to say, well, I didn't have both parents in the house. There came a point in my life where I had to make the decision to say, you know what? You can do it. This land has so much opportunity here, but most of us, or a lot of black folks, are sleeping on it, or they're too lazy to actually put the work in. And folks may not want to hear that. So what? You'll put we'll talk about Kobe putting the work in at 4 o'clock in the morning on the basketball court. Well, you can do the same in whatever it is that you do. But do you have the work ethic? Do you have the discipline to do that? Have you even made the decision to do better for yourself? If you haven't, don't go try to say, oh, this man over here is holding me down. Nah, you're not trying to do more. You don't have to work for that man, or maybe you will for a little bit, but you can get up out of that. I hate when I see folks talking about, oh, well, I can't. No. That's your belief. That's your mindset. It starts within you. You have to change that, right? I knew as a little boy, like I said, I've told people my story about 6 years old about traveling. I was doing karate. I'm like, karate comes from Japan. I want to go to Japan and train with the masters there. I knew I was going to travel. I knew I was going to be spending at least I didn't spend almost 10 years abroad. So it's up to us. Whatever your desire, your goal. Do you have any goals first? A lot of black folks ain't got no goals. They just sitting there living right there in that moment versus planning also for the future, because that time is coming. I want to see black folks do better for themselves, but if you're not trying to do better, I can't help you, right? Because if I try to help you, hey, you know what? You can get here. A lot of times it comes off as, oh, you preaching, or why are you coming at me on foul? Nah, I'm coming at you from a place of love. I want you to do better because I know you have the ability within you. You've done other things in your life. Maybe you haven't had someone provide you with that positive reinforcement that you or when it comes, you don't even recognize it, right? Because a lot of us never received that as kids, right? So I think we can all do better, but we also got to get around those that are moving that direction also. And if, say if someone like Candace Owens does, poke the cow that we think, oh, that hurt. Don't bring that up. Nah, we have to discuss it because if we don't, it's just going to sit there and fester, right? And then if it explodes, it'd be, oh man, we sweep it under the rug again. No. Let's understand what the problem was, why it happened, right? And then look for a solution, right? There's no reason to just stay, oh man, I don't know what this is, staying in the emotional part of it. No, that's not going to solve the problem. But you know what? There's money being made in not solving the problem. There's money being made in the victimhood. Are you a victim? Do you know what that even feels like? It might feel real good. Right? You might be lukewarm. I'm hot. I'm out here making it. And like I tell people, like I said, I came from nothing, didn't have both parents in the home. I remember me and my sister crushing up graham crackers on a bowl when we like 6 and 7 years old because we didn't have no cereal, hoping the milk wasn't bad, right? Stuff that we probably all didn't seen or been through or something similar. But yet, here I am today at 42 years old, sitting real nice, been to 46 countries, lived abroad, can do what I want to do when I want to do it. If someone wants to find out how, I'm always down to share the information, but what are they willing to do with it? Are they actually looking? Do they really want to make those changes? If you don't, there ain't no reason for me to talk to you.
Ooh, real quick, Tobias, thank you for dropping that knowledge, brother. Are you FBA or ADOS?
Honestly, I'm not. Okay, for my mother,
your family descendant of slaves?
I believe so. Like I said, I know. Like my mother's family is from the South, right? So it's like my mother's family is very disconnected. So I know my grandmother, she passed a number of years ago, but I don't know my great grandmother. Before that, my mother's father, he passed when my mother was 17, so I never got a chance to meet him. Understood. But yeah, I'm not sure. And I never had a great relationship with my father also. So I'm not sure. I couldn't say, oh, well, yeah, this is my lineage. It's like I haven't done like the 23andMe yet.
I appreciate you sharing that. I also went to Japan. That was the first country I went to at 19. And I've been traveling ever since. I plan on going back. I want to stay out there for a year. I love the country. I love martial arts. But Richie Mack, let me just say this in closing, brother, because I got to bounce. One, I appreciate, all of you guys up here just for one, having the patience. I know that regardless of what our views are, we all want each other to do good. We all want things to turn around in this country. None of us like the conditions that are going on. I think we all look at the problem differently, but it doesn't mean we don't want it fixed, right? And so I want us to always come back to a place where we're always working hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder. I have my own lane that I'm working on to fix, and vice versa. We all play a part in making a change. There's multiple battles that need to be fought, and we're all needed to fight it. I think at the end of the day, we always need to make sure we come back to that one sound, one voice. And I will say this in closing is that, at the end of the day, there's a concerted effort to keep us at the bottom. And the root of that is money and its power. We can't forget that we also have money and we also have power, but it all comes down to how we are using it. There's a multitude of attacks that are being used systematically against Black people in this country because they want us to keep us here at the bottom because that's where we're making the most money. There's only 100% of power. We only own 1% of it. How do you get it back? You have to remove yourself out of the systems. You have to sacrifice. You have to suffer in order to regain the power and control that's been finessed from under our feet. And then the question is, what is the best strategy to go about doing that? What I look at as a problem solver, what I do in my profession, I look at the actual tools that are being used against us as attacks, which is media, celebrities, and things of that nature, and education. You have to then take those institutions back and get control over them in order to reverse engineer the problem. Change the environment, adjust the culture, and then when you plant seed under the new environment, it'll naturally fix itself. It's about attacking the most effective point in order to have the best impact naturally, organically over time. Because you can't nitpick all these small different areas. The further away from the branch that you go, the less power you have. All of your power is closest to the core, as we know in martial arts, right? Your core is where your strength is coming from. The core is family. The sooner we repair that and start fixing that, what branches out of that will be even stronger. And so I just think, one, I just want to say thank you guys for having the conversation with me, and allowing me to have my to express my views. But just know that my thoughts and my views come out of love and sacrifice. I've been shot at and almost attempted killed on a number of occasions, right, to try to fix and resolve this problem. So I believe that my voice matters, and that I also absolutely have skin in the game. And I think that I think it's important that we don't discredit a person's voice simply because they may not have the same length of history of time in this country, or that they may have married someone. Here's the thing: you get pushback from people who married outside of their race and say they don't have a right to speak on Black issues because they married white or they married outside of being Black, right? So there's a lot of things that can interfere with us coming together and really just putting some input in to actually fix and resolve the issues. And so that's what I'll say in closing.
A quick question before you go.
Go ahead, brother.
Have everybody, hey, Richie, has everybody on this panel taken karate classes or taekwondo or something?
You the only one, brother. You the only one missing out.
No, I do. I did.
What you take?
I'm wondering, is that the solution? Because if we all taking classes, we all have this mindset where we're successful Black men that can see outside of just arguing. And
see, brother, now you're talking, right? Looking at variables that impact the mind. So martial arts, I think, had a big impact on how I handled myself as a police officer, right? Mm-hmm. Because it taught me patience. It taught me how to not fall victim to words, and that the only power people have are the power that you give them. So when you start learning these principles, right, you actually apply these principles in your life. So I was taught these things at a young age. I took martial arts at a young age. And so, yeah, so what does that mean? I've adopted a lot of Asian philosophy, martial arts philosophy. I studied and read the 5 rings. So when you think about things like that, how does that play out, right? I read Buddhist texts and things of that nature on understanding human suffering. So again, to your point, brother, it's about education. But there was a willingness for me to want to learn it. You have to have the desire to want to bring that in. And then that discipline translates to so much more in life, right? The delayed gratification, the willingness to sacrifice, to work hard, those principles, how does that play out in real time? So to your point, I think that's a great trait when you see people who do take on a martial art. How does that impact their character moving forward in life? So,
okay.
Yes. So, man, I mean, I think we had a really good, we went all over the board. We talked about the ACAs. We had a nice little Black on Black crime debate without being disrespectful. I love it when we can argue passionately. You know what I mean? Because it's all about love. And that's all I care about on my channel, man. We got different perspectives, but at the end of the day, we got the same goal. We love each other. Right. Man, y'all don't know, man. We gonna Nathan, we're gonna talk to you too later on about helping with this ACA Awards as well.
Yeah, I'm down. Let me know how I can be of assistance. Are you is it gonna be like an in-person?
No, it's gonna
be all online.
No, everything's gonna be pre-recorded, but we're just putting it together, man. Flyboy Way and I. We've been working hand in hand. He's been with me the whole time, supporting and lending his creative genius as well as his input. And Flyboy Way ain't no yes man. He's gonna tell you what's on his mind. He's gonna make some valid points. So that's what I like. We batted around, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We need that. We don't need no echo chamber. We need that on the team. Yeah, let me know. I would like to invest and help out as well. Whatever I could do to help. I think it's what you guys are doing is a beautiful thing, and I think it's important. I see it definitely getting bigger, and so I'm down. You got my number. So just hit me up when you get some free time, and we'll
do I got Nathan's number? Nathan,
if you don't have it, you will have it.
Nathan and our WhatsApp. Do we talk through WhatsApp, Nate? How do we talk?
Yeah.
Probably so. Yeah, he's on WhatsApp.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah. Nathan is just a great human being, man. And I can't believe the Ingrid experience didn't jump up. He's been tapping in, but we about to shut it down now. But does anybody have any closing words? I'm about to get out of here, man. Y'all don't even understand. Tobias, man, thanks for coming on, dropping that gem. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome.
I love your passion as usual. You know what I mean? We doing our thing. Where you at, Baz? Did you leave? There he is. Okay.
Baz, I appreciate you, brother. You know, that's all love, and I thank you for giving me that wisdom as well, because I'm always growing. You know what I mean? So, and I don't ever want to come off like I'm not understanding, but it helps when I have conversations because it helps me in my channel and help unifying in this process. So much love, Baz, and I look forward to talk to you guys again. And then Richie, you know, we'll be in the background. We'll figure some things out. Tobias, it's a pleasure. Gail, you know what it is, and I'll catch y'all on the other side.
Yes, sir. Flyboy, you got anything to say before I get up out of here?
No, I definitely enjoyed this conversation. I got to go out on South Beach to get some footage. I appreciate everybody coming here. Plus, I actually got a flight to Dallas in a couple hours. So we're gonna see what's.
Can you do me a favor? Can you tell me what state you in right now? I mean, what city you in right now?
I'm in Miami right now, man.
Say it again. You're where?
I'm in Miami right now. I'm gonna.
Where you at? Where you at? You said it so fast. Where you at?
I'm in Miami right now, but I got to book a flight to Dallas for later on tonight.
He messing with you, Flyboy.
You want salami? You say you want a salami right now?
I said I got to book a flight to Dallas.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I bet you do.
Hey man.
I told him not to say that, but the thirst is real. Hey, did you check out Gail? Did you catch Flyboy? He's like, what part of Florida are you in? I was like, you better not be in Florida. You better not. I will find that accent in Florida. No, I'm not in Florida. I'm in Dallas. Flyboy's already looking at his app. Okay, how do I get to Dallas? What it costs to get from Miami to that? He's trying to get to that. I understand. Very beautiful. She a sniper though. She an assassin. You got to do your research on Chantel.
I definitely. My mother was a powerful Black woman, so I surround myself with powerful Black women. That's why I'm a powerful Black man, because I surround myself with powerful people, especially powerful Black women. Like it just so happens that my YouTube channel got like 93% men that follow it.
No, because we're working out the categories. He was like, we should have the finance channel. We should have the what was the other one? The family channel. I'm like, man, but what about the each? No, I was just joking. But he's all about the balance. But we got to really just break it down because we're really trying to keep it under an hour. That's the whole thing, is to try to keep it under an hour. So that's why I was trying to be under a time constraint. But Flyboy is he's against Sue. He get the chopping shit off. But yeah, man. But that's it, y'all, man. I just want to say thanks to everybody for coming on, man. We did it again, Gail. It's almost at 4 hours. I'm about to get up off of this joint.
You want to get the categories or no? We're gonna move on.
Yeah, I thought you were sending it to me.
Okay, I will. Is your email on your channel?
Yeah. Richie got my email too.
Okay. I forward it.
Wait, do you want everybody to know your email, or you want me just?
No, I really don't care. The email I give everybody is not the email you have.
Okay, I got you.
I'll get it from him then.
Yeah.
He can forward it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can just forward it to her. Whatever. We'll do it that way.
All right.
Baz, you got any last words before I shut this thing down?
Just subscribe to Big Baz Life. That's all I say, man. You know.
That is subscribe to Big Baz Life. Y'all heard it.
But yeah. We good, man. I'll have that to you by Monday, my brother.
Baz, you've been saying that all week. You told me that.
No, I haven't. No, listen. I'm gonna share this with you. And I don't care. We online, cool, man. My cousin's little daughter passed away, man, 4 years old. And this was, some time ago. So, they trying to do, autopsy and trying to figure out what's going on. We got to go down there and take care of the situation. So I'm in a kind of different headspace, but I got you though.
Right. I got you, bro. Yeah, I understand.
I got you.
Yeah, that's how you can. Yeah.
You're perfectionist.
Yeah.
You know he's a perfectionist, so
Yeah, he gonna change it at least 25 times before you.
Oh yeah,
he gonna let you hear it once, and then it's gonna get changed 25 times. I know, Beth. I'm the same. I do it. That's how I'm with my
the same way.
Yeah. That's how I am. We got a Bass. We need to take a consultation from Flyboy because he know how to he's just going to get it up out of there.
Yeah, I see. I be up on Flyboy. Flyboy be all over the place.
Yeah,
he already talking about content. I'm in Miami. I ain't, we walk out the door as content. So,
man, it's definitely there. So that's it, man. So y'all, man, good conversation. We're gonna do it again next week, man. And y'all can bet your last money, honey, that it's gonna be a stone gas, honey. So I offer y'all peace, love, and
Richie Mac Mix.